Hello and welcome to Totally Oblivious. My name is Perez. I'm the beer host, beer host Alex.
The B episode.
The B episode. Hello and welcome to Totally Oblivious. I'm your host Caleb Perez, and I am here with co-host Alex and sound guy Andrew.
We're starting?
Yes.
You kind of sound monotone. Can I get a little bit more flavor?
You know
in that?
what I heard? You know the ad you're doing for the farmers market?
Yeah.
Why did you say like 50 million things?
That's how they're written.
Jeez.
The boss always complains when he gets the ad reads in. He's like, "Why the heck did I type so much?"
Why did you have?
Because
they have 30 seconds. They got to get it.
I have to get all of that in 30 seconds. So the paper's like full. It's fully typed.
Double spaced. No.
Single
spaced.
I think it's single spaced, but it's bigger font, but it fills the page. I'm like, good gosh. So there's some that like I finish recording and it's like 7 seconds over. So I have to choose lines that I'm like, and then I'm like, and then I have to speed it up. And if I speed it up too much, I sound like a chipmunk. And if I keep it too slow, then it's too long.
I've been there.
So I have to talk super fast. I have to be like, hey guys, so hey, let me tell you about farmers insurance. And farmers insurance is something that you should buy. And my name's Jake from State Farm.
Great fucking intro. Oh,
Wait, was that the intro?
yep.
It's been the intro.
Fuck it, I guess. I was literally halfway through. You know how you got fucking distracted the last podcast with me and Colton were talking? That's what happened. Ben was trying to roast me for something, and I just called him a bitch. Well, I guess that's the intro, unless Caleb cuts it. My name is Metas.
Staying there.
That was a boring-ass intro. I got glasses on.
You only think it's boring because you weren't paying attention.
An ad read. It was super long. That's all that I got from that.
It was a joke about the ad read.
Anyway, today is a Friday afternoon. It's gloomy as fuck outside, but I look bad as fuck. I winked and I have glasses on.
What an idiot.
What an idiot. I am a dumbass today. And they're just walking in the background. So, Caleb, I guess we can start. We never start a podcast off like this. How was your day?
It was good. This is the first time I've gotten to a point in the last 3 weeks that I'm actually somewhat not busy. I spent 2 weeks ago, my birthday week, I guess not canonically, but whatever. 2 weeks ago, I was doing stuff for the radio. So I was busy doing that and doing the hospital. Last week was rushing for I think it was about the same thing, but plus podcast stuff. And then this week was podcast stuff, radio stuff, hospital stuff, and I had finals to do for school. So I'm finally done with everything except for editing the most recent episode of the podcast. And I had to get everything done by 5 today, and I got it all done. So I'm pretty proud of that. And to reward myself, I bought myself a little plushie at the store today.
What'd you get?
You know the Sonic Chaos?
Oh.
I got one of those.
That's cute. Well, I've done nothing this week because I took it off. I'm making a GR video for the JoJo stands and the people watching. That's all I've been doing. I've been in communications with a Chinese man in Liberia. I don't know. I think it was Bolivia. Was it Bolivia? He's European and he's Chinese. I made a joke out of it texting him. He's pretty cool. Andrew likes his editing style. I do. That's all I've been doing. What the fuck is that? Did you just put a sweater? It's not even reaching the... I'm roasting Andrew now.
That is not the point.
What's the fuck the point of this?
It's not bright enough. Okay, just chill out.
Fuck you.
Continue.
Anyway, so yeah, I have a Chinese editor now.
Yes.
He's my commie editor. Capitalism at its finest. Because that's the joke. I said that to him. It was funny.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing. Cool. Just editing and doing YouTube. Drawing
too.
That's
very eventful week for me. Very uneventful for Alex.
I've been on Tinder.
I guess, yeah.
It's actually been kind of semi-successful.
Really?
Yeah.
You're finally...
Well, no, now they're talking.
Now they're talking.
No, Tinder's a ghost land, bro. I swear to God, if you don't have if you're not 6'2", chiseled jawline and not probably like 25, you're fucked. Genuinely.
Well, so you're only 5 years off then.
Apparently. So yeah, I'm 20 now. Really weird. That hit me yesterday. I was like, oh shit.
Well, I think most of the girls our age are all in college, so I don't think you'll find anybody around.
I'm gonna be honest, yeah. This is training arc, bro.
The training arc.
And it's going well for me. 45K. I'm fucking looking like a stud on a rug,
I
bro.
need to exercise. I need to do that.
I'm a bit chunky. I view my weight, but I think I pulled off well with what I got.
Does exercise help with like
Confidence?
That's a given. It helps with confidence. But I mean, like when you're talking, like how we do podcasts, like does having like exercising, like running, help your lungs?
Yes, but technically, if you take the J. Cole route, literally just talking for a long amount of time in a rhythmic beat can just help. You don't need to exercise, but it does help.
True.
I've talked for a plethora of years, so I can talk for literally forever.
But I want those chiseled pecs.
Pecs are cool. I won't lie.
I want thighs that can break.
I'm gonna be honest. You're proportional. Your thighs aren't huge.
I'm proportional. I really am.
Me and Andrew
really
have
am
thighs.
proportional.
You do not have thighs.
I have. Caleb, is this not a thigh, bro?
I think that's proportional.
I have thighs.
No,
dog.
you have an ass and thighs. I only have thighs.
Yeah, that means I got thighs, homie.
No. In my
got
male
Saquon
world,
Barkley
ass and thighs are completely two different things.
I got Saquon Barkley quads, bro.
Okay, that's cool.
Natural.
Yeah, you still get no bitches.
Why are you guys always in like a?
This is how our relationship is. It's always
Bro,
hate.
3 hours ago, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. Bro.
No, you weren't. You want to see a picture of Andrew?
It's an arms race between two chubby guys on who's less chubby.
Technically, Andrew is
I'm
less
more chubby. He's taller than
I'm
me.
more chubby.
I'm screwed.
Hold up. I have a picture of Andrew.
That's fine.
This is me writing an email completely distraught.
That was
I
him.
finished watching the movie.
No, he looks so sad.
The movie Hustle on Netflix, the Adam Sandler film with a bunch of NBA athletes.
Why is Adam Sandler a recurring character? On
Oh,
this
isn't that
podcast?
a new? That's a new one,
Just
isn't
came
it?
out. Just came out. Yeah.
I think I just saw a trailer for it yesterday.
It should be a couple weeks old by now. But yeah, I ended the movie. Great movie.
You want to be in frame while you say this?
No. I was
okay.
I was absolutely satisfied with this movie. And at the end of the movie, I grabbed my phone to go see what do people think of this movie, or what are some of the actors in this cast. It turns out I opened my phone to a message from our college that says, my grade no bueno anymore.
My grade no bueno.
I went from 90% to 74%. I was absolutely distraught.
Man literally got screwed.
My heart fucking sank. Like, I've had two heart-sinking moments in my life.
Gentlemen, it is not.
What?
College is not worth it, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
absolutely not. Anyways, my heart fucking sank. And I just didn't know what to do, bro. The first thing I did was email my counselor, and I said, hey, man.
I got fucked in the ass,
No.
bro. What am I supposed to do here?
No. I got fucked like a math teacher does to 16-year-olds, okay?
See, I don't know if we're going to leave that in the podcast.
I don't care. Allegedly on GTA.
Hey,
Good
yo.
God.
Allegedly on GTA, I got fucked like a 16-year-old.
What?
Allegedly on GTA.
Technically, he is still underage, so I guess.
I guess you can't say that joke.
Like math teachers do. That's a controversial topic here in good old Moses Lake, Washington.
Actually,
I've not heard about that.
What do you mean you haven't heard of that?
I guess
Come on
hold
now.
Okay, go through your story, and I guess today's topic will be controversial stories.
We're talking about Mr. Right?
Oh. Yeah.
See?
But is that true though?
I have no idea.
We're
We
just
can
spreading
talk-
false information.
Allegedly on GTA, man.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly on GTA.
We'll get to that in a bit. But go ahead.
Wait,
go ahead
is
and
that
finish.
like the CIA version of allegedly on Minecraft?
No,
That was a
I don't
thing,
know.
by the way. That was an actual thing.
Agent Zero just says it loud in his podcast.
I'm not up to date on that.
I mean, neither am I. But still, regardless, my grade got fucked hard.
Yeah.
Went from a 90 to 74, and I
We
contemplated
need better
dropping
chairs.
out
I'm
right
done
there.
with this shit, bro. My back
pretty
hurts. in this.
crappy.
Can I grab my chair? Can we make a cut?
No, you're too low.
Is
Yeah,
it really
I don't
too
think
low?
you'll reach.
This
It's
is
too low.
bullshit, bro.
It's
We
too low.
need a better setup.
See,
Hey, we got lights. Everybody.
Why the fuck did we get lights but not a better
Cause
fucking
I'm also
set
a
here?
content creator and I do
Bro, we could
videos
have
too.
got like a cool like coffee table or something.
we're supposed to do that 2 months ago.
We were, but
He was
then I
supposed to
just-
buy a rug and do all these.
You're gonna
like,
decorate the living room.
Yeah,
nice
but I'm gonna be
fancy
honest.
things.
I could have done that, but I envisioned it in my head, and I just thought, no, this doesn't look good. I think this looks better, but this still is ass.
This is why I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Plus, this would have been
Anyways.
too low on the ground. It's not in front of us.
Anyways,
it doesn't look cool. Anyway, Andrew, go back
that
to
does suck, Andrew. That very much sucks. Was that the end of the story?
Pretty much, man.
That's some inspirational words for you. So I spent the last week doing a final that I was supposed to start a month ago.
Same.
Hey,
Still- I'm
yo.
also
I
doing that.
I started it on Sunday
What the
pretty much
fuck?
and finished it just last night. And I turned it in and I was
See.
kind of looking over it and I was like, I could get a bad grade on this.
Still
And
pass.
I have an 88 in that class right now, and I checked how much I would get if I just got a 0 on that assignment.
Yeah.
I'd
You
have-
an 84.
I have like a
burped, my
70,
bad.
Okay.
and I was like, I'm fine with that.
You know, I'm gonna say this. Like I said earlier, the only test I failed in my life is my driver's license.
I
test.
beat him at it.
Wow.
And the only
Bitch.
reason I say that was bullshit because we were in front of.
I can see my eyes in the reflection of my glasses. It's creeping me out.
Anyways, I was going 35 and a 25,
Mhm.
which I think was bullshit. Anyways, because I was hitting my brakes and he was like, "Hey, back it up." It's like, whoa, back it up. What are you talking about? Anyways, I got that's the only test I've ever failed in my life.
I failed many tests, but I never gave a fuck.
This exam,
AP class.
the exam I took
Fuck, Mr. French.
a few days ago was an exam that I got 38% on. So it was the second exam I ever failed in my life. The thing is, with this exam, I got halfway through it and said, I don't need this to be a good grade in order for me to pass. So I just skipped through the rest of the questions and turned it in. And I knew I was going to get under 50%, didn't give a shit. I had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work anyway. So I was like, man.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't even matter. And then I had a 90 at that time. I went from a 94% to a 90. And then tragedy struck today.
Tragedy struck.
About 2 hours ago. And I got fucked.
Hate to see it.
You hate to see it. I have
This is-
3 high school credits to graduate. And that doesn't help.
That sucks. That very much sucks.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, we're a little rant here. I always say rant, but you know how there's like a lot of inspirational, like, I don't know if you guys are on TikTok or at least Instagram, but like every once in a while, there'll be like quotes or like people gym bro aesthetics, like, bro, fucker, go to the gym, dog, get big, get swole. I like that aesthetic, going to the gym is nice. It does things to the male mind, but the whole like, you have to like grind, or that whole system of videos where it's like supposed to be inspirational stuff is good and all, but there's some that start quoting shit and advocate for really weird stuff. So do you know about The Art of War, Caleb?
The book?
The book. Do you know what The Art of War is?
I have a very small understanding.
Okay, what is your understanding? Let me just hear it from the casual.
Okay, I have zero understanding.
Okay, so basically, The Art of War is a literal guide on warfare. That's all it is. It's a 2,000-year-old book. It's a short book. It's not very long. I overheard it in an audiobook. Under the assumption.
On Audible.
No, it was on YouTube. YouTube is the best place for pirating everything.
Sure wish I had a.
And I was playing Halo while this is months back, and I'm like, I'm listening over
Yes,
this.
please sponsor us.
no sponsors. And I'm overhearing this, and I'm like, there's nothing inspirational about this. This is literally teaching me how to kill the enemy. And then I'm going through, and like currently, I'm going through Instagram through the Reels section, and there's just Art of War quotes. And then I realized people are trying to motivate themselves by literal enemy tactics. Killing the enemy tactics, mind you.
Counter quote to you real quick, Alex.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that your entire personality that you've created with metas is
that is so
kill
fucking true.
Kill your enemy.
Okay, I meant that metaphorically.
I'm gonna murder
but people
that
unironically
man.
do it.
I hate that guy in his stupid hat.
Okay, that was actually out of spite, but no, but like literally. Okay, I'm 19. I'm kind of a kid. Or I'm 20.
I told that to his
20.
brother, by the way.
I'm 20. And I'm a bit of a child.
Fuck him and his hat.
Fuck him in a stupid hat.
He said.
That no one understands that joke yet. And I'm 20. I can be childish. But when 55-year-old men, shout out Joe Diaz, unironically says, after I smoke a blunt, I read a page of The Art of War. That's when I say, all right, this is a problem. Stop reading The Art of War.
Did he actually do that?
He does that. He said that multiple times. I'm like, wait a minute. When did we get to the point where we needed, as Americans, as he would say, Joey Diaz, we need fucking quotes about war to motivate themselves? You've reached a problem here. And so to invigorate my brother's motivation, just use the spite. Don't read quotes about fucking Art of War to make you feel self-valued. You know? It's weird. This is just a rant.
Why y'all trying to motivate?
Because you are a lazy bastard that only plays fucking Siege.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I could go pro one day.
You're only fucking gold. Where's diamond, bro?
I'm not gold, actually, unfortunately.
The two forms of motivation we just gave Andrew. Alex, use your spite and anger to make yourself better. Me, just give up and just see where it goes.
Which is two avenues that could lead to success. But don't fucking read quotes out the fucking book of Art of War. Like a fucking 45-year-old man.
You ever read the book How to Make? Oh no, is it How to Make Your Bed or?
It's easy. You put the fucking
no. It's called Make Your Bed or Please Make Your Bed or How to Make Your Bed.
I won't lie though. You know what's greater than the Art of War to motivation? Cleaning your fucking room. Have you ever cleaned your room?
Every day.
Your room's a mess. Shut the fuck up.
That's not true. It's like spotless right now.
Caleb, I want you to go to his room right now.
The bed's just not made.
And give me your opinion on his room.
The bed's not made.
Right now. There's going to be a cut here for Caleb.
Why
are you walking slow?
Look at him with his poncho, man.
I know, the poncho's sexy.
Look, he's walking in the darkness like Darth Vader and Kenobi.
Spoilers.
There he goes. That's not a spoiler.
Well, him walking down a hallway is a spoiler for some people.
That's in Rogue One. My bad. I said Kenobi. Rogue One. Don't flip me off. You're flipping off the audience. You fucking
No, I'm not.
Dick weasel.
Hi, audience. I love you. Fuck you.
Look, he's gonna come back like Darth Sidious. Look at him.
Okay, give me your honest take of his room.
I can't judge. My room is even worse.
I guess.
Eat my shorts.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, that was weird. I just wanted to get that. That was on my brain like 2 days ago. I'm like, why the fuck do people read a book about war to motivate themselves?
I do not know.
It's like
society's weird.
I kind of vaguely remember one of the quotes where it's all like, if your enemy is on the other side of the river, keep them there. Or like, it's something like that. Like, he's all like, when they're crossing the river, prepare your men on the other side of the river to like fold them in so they can't literally run away. Circle them in the river. And I'm like, okay.
I think there's a much better modern way to motivate yourself.
Nuclear warfare.
Better than the Art of War. And that, just play a Kirby game and you learn the greatest lesson of all time. Everyone's your friend until they're not. And then when they're not, you just eat them.
That's cannibalism. Anyway, this is a really dumb intro to this whole podcast.
We don't even have a topic today.
No, there is going to be a topic. Controversial things. As in, when I'm explaining a story about
Alex
somebody,
just wants to be racist. That's the controversy.
I love everybody. Except my fellow Mexicans, you lazy bastards. Anyway, I'm joking.
What? I told you, Alex just wants to be racist.
It's my own people.
When are Mexicans lazy, bro?
When they get home.
Facts, but that's because they work 16 hours.
It's called a siesta, Alex.
Jesus. No, like, so recently, podcast. When's the first time Colton was on episode 5?
Episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5.
Alex cries.
I does.
6 or
I
some
did.
shit.
I does.
And so for whatever reason, I don't know why, but a couple girls I knew from high school, I'm only going to say
Hey, before you say that, you know what I'm craving right now? Little Caesar's pizza, which is strange. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, so yeah, CJ texted me, right? I'm all like, she's like, you were talking about my dad. I'm like, yeah, I was explaining your dad on the podcast.
Wait, what?
Oh, I haven't told you.
I didn't even hear the
Wait,
result
what?
of this story.
Oh no, so she's all like, blah blah blah. Okay,
CJ watches the podcast.
she was watching it with. I'm gonna.
We did gain a subscriber.
We did.
I-
Thank you, CJ.
Thanks, whoever subscribed.
Anyway,
I like
so
the,
she texted
like
me
the
and she's
views.
all like, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be honest, CJ, for watching this. Or Bethany, you can tell CJ. I woke up from a nap. So she was like, Alex. And I was like, on Snapchat. I just started mashing. I was like, okay, let's get to the fucking point.
Mash.
And she was like, something about my dad. I'm like, But under the context clues of everything.
You skipped the whole video of her fucking ranting at you.
Yeah. And then
Well,
I
Alex,
immediately.
So we don't
Hold
even
on.
know what she said.
Hold on. Alex, why is this a thing if we don't even know any of the context?
I know. Okay, the context was she was
Alex,
probably.
you're just kind of a douche.
You didn't even replay the snap.
I woke up from a nap. I was tired.
So this could be like a banger story right now.
You know,
No, she was just getting mad at me.
you know how many people text me and they're like, Alex just does not respond when we text him.
Obviously.
Alex, you're just
Who's-
kind of
who's-
you're just kind of a douche.
Who's we?
Who's we?
Who is we, my guy?
I text you guys pretty fast.
Multiple people. It's just you text
Who outside of I don't even text that many people. It's literally Caleb. Are you conversating with Andrew about my texting abilities? You fucking assholes.
It's not him.
Who? I don't
won't
text
say
that many
names.
people. I only text Jen, the boys, but that's on Discord, and you,
Well,
and Andrew.
Well, clearly you don't see their message then because
Clearly.
you
But
don't
anyway,
care.
back to my CJ story. Yeah, and I can tell she was, kind of a little bit upset, maybe jokingly around about her dad. But I was all like,
Man, if only we knew the context.
only if we knew the. Hey,
If only
you know what
somebody
we could
didn't
do?
skip their video.
You know what we could do? She could be our first female guest. CJ would be down. I know she would.
I'm gonna text her right now.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
She should defend her dad.
I'm gonna text her
No,
right now.
I-
Which
I'm
would
Continue.
gonna-
probably be the best thing
Dude,
to do
that
for
would be
him.
so cool. Okay, but joking aside, so
Because people
I'm
do
fucking-
talk shit about him a lot. Contrary to popular
You know
belief.
what? I'm gonna be, but she had a filter on. I'm gonna be honest.
Like
I'm
one
sorry
with the
for
like
them to-
squeaking, changing voices.
No, it's like one of the ones she had no makeup on. That's probably why.
That's lame.
And then I sent like a joking text like, yeah, we accidentally talked about him today because you brought him up with the whole top.
She
Gun
probably
story.
won't respond to me.
She brought it to me, and she's like, okay, but she was nice about it, so she clearly wasn't angry at me. She'll probably be angry at me now that I'm saying it. But like, but then I thought, thinking to myself, I'm up now. This is the first thing that's happened, so I can't talk shit about somebody that did something to me in the story.
yeah, fuck my pre-calculus teacher,
Yeah, fuck him.
Eric Fleming. Fuck him.
But aside from me, skipping through her snap like a dumbass because I just woke up, that's my fucking defense here to this whole story. But it's like, what did he call me? I'm trying to remember.
Called you
here.
smart ass.
He called me a smart ass in front of everybody. And Garrett was like, nah, bro, he's joking about it. But the way his body language and shit, it's like how dad calls me a dumbass too. And dad means it. I'm all like, that twisted the wrong fucking knob, asshole.
You twisted the wrong nipple.
No, Caleb could say it right. He twisted the wrong nipple. I was a little bit frustrated. That's why I always bring up this story. I know it's her dad. And she's trying to defend him, but he's just twisted the wrong fucking thing.
I just like the fact I was the menace in that class and you guys always got. in
I always
trouble.
got shit for it, bro. Colton was in there. Colton was fucking there. Not Colton. Ryan Grubb was there, but Colton was in the morning, and I always got it. What the fuck did I do, bro?
I ripped.
Why was I the
I
menace?
ripped the pages out of Alex's book and Alex got in trouble. I destroyed Alberto's book.
No, I need to get CJ
nothing
on so
happened
he
to
can
me.
explain stories about her dad. Dead ass. I need to. I'm like, dude, I wasn't doing shit. What the fuck?
Mrs. Strophe was cool.
She was cool. Very cool cat.
She still has my history book.
Are we ever gonna get that for the podcast?
Someday I'll Indiana Jones into Frontier Middle School and get that history book.
Yeah, but no, it was just like
You never heard the history book of Dr. Caleb?
Oh, what?
yeah, there's lore in that.
That
high
is
school.
definitely
missing. It's the Dr. Caleb lore. It's the origin story of Dr. Caleb canonically.
Yeah, but it was weird, that's just me explaining stories.
When was this? When was the CJ story?
Which one?
This one right here that you're talking about.
What's the day? I think it was like Tuesday. When was the last time we recorded? It was that day. Like what, Wednesday?
No idea.
Monday.
Wednesday, she Snapchatted me like, Alex. And I was like, oh, hello. And, It's just weird. I just kind of feel like sometimes when I tell stories, I have to hold back a little. But like, sometimes I'm like, nah,
This
bro.
is why we use fake names.
It's called content.
It's called content. We do it for the content here, Caleb.
You can use fake names though, and we still get the same content.
That's true though, but I feel
What am I
like
gonna call
I'm
him? Fucking Sergeant.
You could call him Mr. Dumply.
No, see, that's so stupid.
Why
That
dumpy?
makes it funny.
That assumes that he has a dumpy.
Yeah, that I was about to say. It's like
Not
what
Dumpy, Dumply.
Dumpy.
Sergeant Dumpy, bro.
That's not in the Sergeant Dumpy.
The only reason I'm saying that is because you said the Top Gun thing last week.
Yeah. But no, that's cool. Like,
Well, I wasn't really talking in like thinking about Mr. Strophy. I was just saying as like a person, just be like Mr. Dumpy. So
well, I'm gonna be honest though. So here's the thing too.
Sergeant Dumpy.
That class, that first period class, and then psychology I had with him are the only times I was ever awake and noticing things because certain people were in classes like that, and just the reactions I had. It's the only core memories of high school that I think I still have left, except for like Mrs. Robertson and you being some of them.
We blanked everything out until senior year.
My only core memory is the mosh pit y'all threw.
Yes, we know.
That's
You've
the only
reiterated that
memory.
3 times.
That's
Yeah, that's the only thing.
That's
that
your
happened my
only
freshman
memory,
year.
okay?
I didn't go to high school, guys.
We don't need to
I
remind
know
you
you're
every
failing
episode.
college.
I'm not failing. Who said anything about failing?
Or fucking, you're having a hissy fit,
I'm
little bitch.
upset about a
Anyways.
grade that dropped for no
Yeah,
random
controversial
reason.
stories.
That was a controversial story.
It was.
Okay,
Controversial.
we're sorry, CJ. In
I love
advance.
you, CJ, but sometimes your dad was just a dick to me, and I just had to say it.
Don't sue me, sue Alex.
What am I gonna get sued for? Telling the truth? I sound like a fucking. I sound like Alex
Defamation.
Jones.
Defamation case.
Yeah, I was about to say public defecation.
I guess. Fuck it.
Did you say defecation?
Defecation.
Is that what I said?
I
I
think
don't
you
know.
said-
Replay it. I guess.
No, you know what? It's not defamation. You know why? Because there was people in that class, and I'm telling the truth. Ryan Grubb and Garrett can attest to this.
I mean, it could be the truth, but I mean, it still could hurt.
I think there's certain fine lines with size 4 print that say otherwise.
Okay. Anyways, what were you gonna say?
I like stories that don't hold back. I don't want to talk about etiquette yet. I think we have to wait a little bit.
Yeah,
longer.
that's a full episode.
That's an
'cause
episode in and of itself.
that's something
But with-
close to my
But
heart.
with controversial stories, okay, no, no, I don't even think we can talk about that one. No, we can't because immediately I think if we mention it, we'll be fucked. So I got to think of a different one. Have you guys seen my likes about YouTuber? Man, I'm not only gonna say it once.
YouTuber?
Yeah.
What
Okay,
is
you guys aren't in the YouTube series, so I won't bring it up just because YouTube does it. So until he kind of, I don't know, the YouTube system allows it.
What do you?
Okay, so basically, fuck, I don't want to explain the story. Let's test the YouTube algorithm. So,
YouTuber.
he's a big like.
This is why we can use code names.
Who the hell is
YouTuber.
bro?
So he's
I don't know
like-
who that is
okay,
either.
How do
he's
you
a-
spell that?
YouTuber.
YouTuber.
Gotta
Okay.
get him out.
Anyway, fucking from Andrew's fucking stupid English lesson. So basically, he's a gaming commentator. He basically makes essays, and he got really big. Like I think he was like 1.3 million subs. Like he's cool. Like he makes some cool like retro video essays. Like except they're not angry video game nerd. And he was doing stuff, and eventually he made a Elden Ring hot take video. And
What was his hot take?
no, he was reviewing other people's hot takes. He liked the game, and then he found one guy. I'm not gonna name drop him because he's a fucking asshole. Fuck that guy. But he was you know how the joke, the libertarian gay satanic agenda.
The
that guy.
the joke
actually
from episode 11.
Yeah, that guy actually believes in that. The guy that
YouTuber.
was exposing for his Elden Ring take because he kept on calling everybody that liked Elden Ring slurs.
LGBTQ sympathizers?
Yeah, like he really
Plus, I forgot the plus.
hardcore. You know the
I mean-
evil Christian aesthetic, or like not aesthetic, just personality. That was him.
Wow.
And it was-
wasn't the biggest fan of Elden Ring, but I wouldn't go so
Oh,
far
but
as
no,
to
he was
insult anybody
he
who
was
liked
he was
it.
being toxic as fuck. And
Welcome to the internet, Alex.
no,
You
but
just
like,
tell me that.
but like really toxic.
Bro,
you
play
can't
a
say
game-
that-
Play a
Doxed-
game of
YouTuber.
His mother's location.
You can't
Play-
say this stuff outside of Reddit.
bro. Play a game of 2K, bro. What's new?
Wow, the fact that just blowing out the fact is that the man that got flack for it doxed another man's mother's location and phone number.
Yeah, that's bad and all, but
God damn it.
That's bad and all, but did you play Modern Warfare in fucking 2012?
Dude, getting called the N-word is different from getting doxed. It's totally different.
No,
bro.
motherfuckers was getting docked in 2012 too.
Yeah, but you're not on a public stage.
And
like this.
so in 2K,
Hey,
like,
hey.
bro.
Anyways, but that's not the point. So
You
all this is
underestimate
happening,
gamers,
right?
bro.
And it's clearly that this other guy who's doxing and shit and just being a total fucking asshole. He has a clear history of being evil against certain people of races and stuff, and just being really almost cartoonishly evil. And there's a clear case for him to get to being banned off of YouTube. He's already been banned off once, and if Andrew knows this correctly, you can't come to the platform again if you've been like banned. And so he's clearly breaking community.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, he's clearly breaking community guideline laws, right? And all of a sudden, everyone thinks, okay, this guy's gonna get banned.
YouTuber.
And won the argument. You know, he's the hero of the story. Turns not the fuck out. Apparently, fucking YouTube's like, nah.
The guy
fuck.
that was saying slurs and shit, right?
Yeah, he's on the platform.
YouTuber.
And got demonetized. I think his channel might be getting removed. Apparently, if you have it in the title or even mention it, so I don't know, you might have to put some bleeps in here.
this is why we use code names, Alex.
I don't know.
You
Maybe
could have said
But no
YouTuber
one
by
would
the name
understood the
of
context.
Bloopity Bopboo.
Anyway, but getting mentioned, you get automatically demonetized. It's like, whoa, like this took a dramatic turn of events. And what the leading theory is right now, and it's pretty conspiratorial, but it's all like, how does a man with clear evidence of community guideline violations on top of everything else, slurs, being racist to certain individuals, against certain prejudices and creeds and stuff, clear evidence of being complete douchebag, stupid, evil, get to keep on the platform, but someone gets secretly just fucking kicked off in an instant.
I got a few names for you. Pokimane, Kyle Rittenhouse, fucking
Yeah, so basically people thinking Google or YouTube's corrupt. And there's a secret inside, like,
Gideon,
It's
motherfucking
possible.
Speed, Aiden Ross,
it's insane, bro. There's some hyper Christian
hot tub
somewhere.
streamers.
No, I get it, but it's just like stories like this that come out. I'm like, but why? Why hide it? What's this?
Hey, like Dr. Disrespect, why hide that?
I think that's fake.
Wait, what happened with him?
Dr. Disrespect got kicked off of Twitch.
Never explained.
Never explained. Just never, ever, ever explained.
And the thing about Twitch is,
Which is why my Mr. Beast conspiracy theory still can hold water, because they could be hiding something.
you know, unironically, after I heard about the whole like conspiracy theory on like
YouTuber.
dude, there's like some sketchy shit happening. There's no way.
See, I'm
Maybe it's just like sketchy things in regards to, hey, this YouTuber has a negative platform in essence.
But why isn't he banned?
In essence, to
Why not remove him?
to advertisers. You don't want to start another apocalypse with one content creator.
But he's some random fucking asshole.
You could have another a leafy uproar. You don't want that.
What he was not, he barely, bro. When this story broke, he barely had 60K. If
Yeah,
anything,
bro.
and his videos are getting a couple thousand views. You literally
Never
could have
know,
yeeted
man.
him off, and you would have done nothing. Leafy had like at his prime, what 2 million, 1.5?
It was, but he was also talking shit about like Zoe Berger at the time.
Yeah,
No.
but this guy was some random.
This is
schmuck.
like the beginning of OnlyFans too,
Oh, that's
which is crazy. Like if you think about like Leafy, Zoe Berger was like one of the first major OnlyFans people, bro. And before that, it was Patreon, but Patreon's been around forever.
yeah.
It's like the beginning.
But no,
of
but
YouTube,
it's just,
pretty
it doesn't make any sense, and it's really, and I know I kind of hate the idea, like, oh, they're like, there's like some secret like person in high places that's like, I hate LGBTQ and white people for some reason, and because the guy that I'm totally douchebagging on because he's a fucking asshole is black, but he's like racist too against his own people, and it's really weird. It's like,
Is
dude,
it satire?
no, it's not. There is documented evidence that he's been doing this since like fucking, I think past 2016. Like there's like, he's an actual scumbag. And people dick ride him too. It's like, what the fuck? Like how? How do you dox somebody and then you can morally justify?
Who is this man?
I want you to bleep it out when you edit this because I fucking hate
Just
him.
cut it after I
Yeah.
say who is this man.
Bad guy.
See, you don't even know who he is. So
No,
why would
I
it
don't-
matter?
Bad guy is.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't know who
YouTuber.
was either.
But I get that. But still, the whole YouTube controversy, like there's somebody clearly doing something wrong. Remove him. Why is everybody getting demonetized? Why is he getting demonetized for a dick joke? He made one dick joke.
Everybody does that.
Yeah, one dick joke. Sure, it was a poorly photoshopped cucumber going to some random man's mouth, and you get completely fucked for it. But there's all of this. A man who's clearly racist against certain people's pride and prejudices, fucking creeds, clearly has a history of violating community guidelines. There is a plethora of wrongs this man's done.
Review Tech USA has videos on this.
Exactly. He got demonetized too. Like,
Review Tech USA got fucking like
You
his
put-
whole channel.
no, only that video, but
YouTube.
and got the full brunt of it, which makes no sense.
Well, also, YouTube has the most laziest algorithm.
Oh, that is a
on the
great
planet.
tweet. I would rather YouTube be a better platform without me than a terrible platform with me.
YouTuber.
Goated, bro. That man's goated with the sauce. He's fucking cool. I love him.
YouTube
And that's
just,
why I continue to speak out, even if it means I might not be ever monetized again. Content creators should not.
Fucking
Okay.
goated, bro.
YouTube just has probably the worst algorithm possible.
No, it's not the algorithm. It's just I swear, I made this. I think I said this on the podcast, but I think I might have said it in private. Is that with Twitch and probably Twitch, there has to be like some secret fucking cabal. There's no way.
Twitch
There's
is
no way.
Twitch is on the brink of an apocalypse to the point where they're gonna have to introduce a CPM and they're not gonna have.
I was talking to one of my
things
Twitch buddies.
where they're
Apparently,
gonna
they
have-
can't talk about their money.
No, that is like forbidden.
It's in their
at all.
contract. Like YouTubers, we can just be like, here's our fucking analytics. Here's all of our numbers. They can't even bring up a fucking single digit.
Well, that's because they're
fucked.
partner programs, right? Because they're in the partner
No,
program.
I think they're contracts. I'm thinking.
Well, yeah. If you have a contract, you probably have an NDA signed before that. Anyways.
But dude, it's so weird, and I'm like, dude, why is it so sketchy? It's reaching those weird like, so remember the Nostalgia Critic? Anybody hear
Yeah.
that old?
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently they had they're like a business, and apparently the guy on top was yet again a douchebag of trying to get Activision levels of
Activision
but
levels.
not at their level, but in the lane, being really sketchy and shit, and you had to sign NDAs for
You're
not.
talking about Nostalgia Critic, right?
Yeah, not him, not
Oh,
him.
okay.
It was the guys in the the branch.
And his MCM
yeah, and
that
there's
was controlling his content.
yeah, basically, and it was just like this guy was being a dick and shit, and
Does Nostalgia Critic still make videos?
yeah, he does.
Okay.
But I don't know if he's doing them, and I stopped watching it after that. I'm like, dude, that's sus as fuck.
MCMs are stupid. Don't ever sign away any of your YouTube rights ever.
Who gives a fuck
Don't sign
about
network.
the money?
Don't sign network deals, even if it means that
Your
you're getting higher
your
CPMs.
freedom of speech is above the money.
yes,
every single
Elon
time.
Musk is right.
You know what? And that's another thing too. We can talk about that. I'm not a big Elon supporter. I don't. Elon's weird. He's a meme, but certain ideas he has, I agree with. And the whole I think everybody should speak their mind. I don't think anybody should be permanently banned, but in some cases, I think they do. Certain things need to be upheld.
I mean, if you speak your mind, not to interrupt you, but if you speak your mind, you should know that some things you say will have consequences.
Yes, definitely. But in certain situations where you're endangering somebody's household, that's borderline. And even Hackman said it. If you show up to my house threatening anybody, I'm grabbing the Glock, bro. That is totally and morally justified.
What do y'all think about people getting swatted?
That's bad.
That's bad too.
That's bad.
Bro, I know a guy that says he got swatted at least 5 times in a week.
That's insane. How the fuck do you get swatted 5 times and not after the second time? Wait a minute. We've been to this guy's house
The
before.
SWAT's like,
The SWAT's fucking stupid on their part, but that's insane, bro.
So,
People
yo, what's up,
swat.
Tony?
If you
Back
ever swat
again.
my house, I will find you and sue you for everything you're worth at work.
here's another
It's
controversial thing that happened with YouTube. Speaking about Jacksepticeye, is the only controversy he's ever gotten into was not something he did, but what people were doing to him. Did you ever hear about when his comment section was just bots talking about his dad dying?
Jesus, I don't remember this.
I have not heard about
I think
this
it's
either.
still
Actually,
happening.
I think I
Oh,
heard
let's
about
just
it.
talk about YouTube comment sections. Now that you say that, YouTube comment sections are fucking garbage. If you need any insight on that, go watch Marquez Brownlee's video on fucking YouTube comment
I'm gonna
sections.
be honest. Who reads the comments?
Because for a while, I know that there was a problem with porn bots. They do
They're always there.
but on Jack's video specifically, it's fake Mr. Beast accounts and stuff, like talking about like how they're glad like his dad's burning in hell and stuff.
Dude, they're wild.
And like YouTube isn't doing anything about it.
Now they are.
Now they are?
Now they are. If you look at the next time you upload a video, it says something about the comments on the bottom, which was the response that YouTube did to Marquez Brownlee's video. I think Marquez Brownlee has like the most pull in the entire YouTube platform.
Apparently more pull than their biggest creators.
Well, because I think Marquez...
Because I don't think Pewds and them care anymore.
Marquez is
well,
different.
Jack cared.
Well, Jack cared. That's,
It's like, yeah, he has like 13 million, 17 million subscribers, but it's like he reaches a lot of people because he's tech, and tech is ever evolving, and people see that shit, see it.
The crypto bros actually got to work.
Go to fucking some random website where it's like them criticizing Marquez Brown. Like he's spread across all over the internet. And he talks about comment sections, and his comment sections pretty much put people in like debt and shit if they're not careful. And it's like, oh, that's a Telegram message. It's like, and you can't block it. You can block keywords, sure.
Yeah.
Block Mr. Beast
But
from
you
your comment section.
You
Yes.
can't block usernames.
Mm-hmm.
So like if someone was called Telegram Meta's giveaway, that's their username. You can't block usernames.
I'm going to clarify this now for anybody in the future. If future metas needs this, I will never, ever put something in the comment section saying giveaway. Never.
You'll talk about it in the video.
I will talk about it in the video or on my actual my Twitter or Instagram. But if I get botted or linked it, my friends will come in and quote tweet it and say it's wrong. But I don't think I'll ever get hacked like that. I promise. Knock on wood. But never will I ever do that, FYI. And here on this thing too, we have a YouTube channel we're posting. We should say that too. Never.
If there's a giveaway, you'll hear it directly from my mouth.
Yes. There you go.
In front of that microphone.
In front of this mic.
Probably not in this room though.
It'd probably be completely different setup than this. I'd be like, guys, have you heard about this?
We gotta do funny ad reads though.
Yes, I do.
We gotta
wanna
make
do
bits
funny
out
ad
of them.
reads.
But anyway, back to the comment section.
YouTube comment sections is just, they're wild in general.
You know, at one point you could
only helps
send
if you're
videos.
Yeah.
In the old days,
Yeah.
that shit nowadays would be toxic as fuck. There's no way.
There used to be video reply.
Because
which is
Twitter's
kinda
toxic
cool.
as fuck with meme reactions and shit. So imagine a YouTube comment
Well,
section.
even TikTok. Even TikTok's fucking cool as shit because you have stitches and you have like duets and shit, which is, they stole that from YouTube. Like that was from YouTube.
Oh yeah. But it's insane. That's crazy.
Comment sections are wild. YouTube
YouTube is wild in general.
YouTube's still in their like Wild West phase of like.
The internet in general.
Give it another 25 years and I'll have it figured out.
Honestly,
we're still in the infancy of YouTube, and it's only been like
I think I
15
wrote a
years.
paper on this because if you've noticed since probably since the smartphone, we haven't had, well, not even really if you consider a smartphone, but we have not had a like massive advancement in technology for quite a long time.
I think Marquez also talked about this.
I can clarify this. So I was watching a Joe Rogan Experience episode. I hate bringing it up.
JRE.
JRE. But there was the scientist. You know, he always tag teams with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Mark Rober.
No, it's his name's like Meek. Okay, who sent me reply on Instagram? Weirdos. Give me a second. I'm gonna get his name right because I actually like his work. I've never read any of his books, but anytime he's in a documentary, I actually go to it and be like, okay, no, he's pretty cool. Okay, it's this one. I don't want to mispronounce it, so I want to let Caleb say it. It's the one I was watching. Is it Kaku? Is his last name Kaku?
I think it was Kaku.
So Mr. Kaku, I'm just gonna call him Mr. Kaku. Basically said in this, so he's a big time like scientist and he's like space travel and shit. But he basically said that the internet is a stage in human evolution where eventually we'll go to space. But it's like, I've said it before too. The internet is the greatest thing we've ever invented and the greatest weapon we have ever made and will ever make.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, a nuke is powerful and all and can do a lot of damage. But making thousands of people potentially revolt within, I don't know, a few hours or, that's different. Bombs and guns can do damage. But lifetime cultural affecting things over, I don't know, a tweet, a YouTube video, you can pull a Riddler.
Yeah.
And then do a 4chan.
That was just going through my mind.
Like those movies are making like a hypothetical. But the thing with science fiction and stuff, which Mr. Kaku says in his, I think it's technically, if he's Japanese, I should be saying Sensei Kaku. But it's all like Star Trek has, laser beams that can teleport you halfway across the universe and technically, by definition, clone you. But like, that's a joke. But 40, 60, 70 years later, some scientists have been like, no, we can do that in a couple years when we figure out how to.
They made hoverboards, technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
Nah.
They're kind of.
No, not those.
Like
hoverboards.
hoverboards?
Like
Yeah.
a real hoverboard. It just had to be on like a magnetic
Yeah.
ground. You know how like they time travel forward in history to Marty McFly's like near future.
All those movies and their
that
jokes.
date was like Back to the Future Day. I can't remember. What year it was.
I remember this. I remember this.
Yeah, and
Are you sure?
Nike.
You sure it was
ended up coming
real?
out-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
Nike ended up coming out with a video where they made a skate park all like this magnetic field of shit, and then they had a hoverboard on it, and the guy actually wrote it.
So
It's pretty
all those,
cool.
That is
all
cool.
those science
You
fiction
have to check
jokes
that out.
That's
man.
what I've been waiting
or
for.
ideas from like Star Wars or Star Trek, and how back in the day, like, oh, that would be cool. No, they're literally happening. Like, no,
They're our biggest
it's possible.
inspiration. The people's imagination are our biggest inspirations, man.
Yeah.
Like we've wanted lightsabers since 1997, man.
They made one.
They made one. It's really it's like the prototype
Yeah,
ones
yeah,
from
yeah.
like the comics and stuff, but from the Legends stuff from way in the past in the Star Wars universe.
But that means it's still there.
yeah. And in that video or that Joe
Technology.
Technology.
Rogan podcast, he's like, at one point, theoretically, if we become a type 1 or type 2 civilization, which I've explained in the past with the whole AI God theory that I made a while back, but like sending messages or like your thought consciousness through light, hurtling through space might be an actual thing, maybe. And so the fact that, nowadays with Batman and some comments on the internet, like, hey, we should troll a major media corporation or take over, YouTube polls or things like people on 4chan do that for fun. So imagine if they took that serious and it wasn't a joke. The internet is fucking terrifying. Like, I'm being serious when I say this. It takes one dude with a half decent idea and a couple dumbasses,
You guys know
and boom.
Reddit Pixel?
Oh,
No.
Is it the Pixel art one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what could happen. And so, okay, so this is what happens in Pixel one. So every once in a while, Reddit will do like a massive. They'll get like a.
You know what
what's
Wordle
a
is?
million by a million.
You know what Wordle is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy made Pixel in the Reddit community. He was like the main
So
guy.
it's basically a million pixels by a million pixels, and each user can place one pixel, one color.
Every 5 minutes.
Basically, massive communities will form together and be like, "Hey, plot this or whatever." And Twitch streamers started doing it, and it's all fun and games. But what if something were to serious happen?
There was a community
and you
called like
started
the
doing it.
Black Ghost community or
Yeah.
something like that, where they would take your entire land
Yeah,
and
Black
put a black
The
skull
void.
face. Yeah, black void, I think
Yeah.
it was called. And they put a black skull face void thing, and it would look like a Ghastly from Pokemon, and it would come in and then come out, and they would re-put it all down.
yeah, like that's just with
Interesting.
funny pixels.
But what happens if you were like being like actually toxic and be like
you pulled
fuck all this?
you pulled an actual Riddler? Like fiction's cool and all.
Yeah.
But the thing about
it's-
fiction is it's an imagination, and with the human imagination, okay, here's another
Anything's
thing.
possible.
Here's another thing.
I think
Okay,
we live in the year that the Jetsons are based off of.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of it's almost true. It's almost getting there. So here's another thing. So I'm explaining, the internet is a weapon that can be used. Yet it's probably going to happen one of these days. And with certain American events, July 6th or January 6th,
Yeah. That's true.
that happened. So it might,
I
in
wrote
and
a-
of itself,
I wrote a paper on that too. That was my final assignment.
The hell was
Wow.
January 6th?
when they got to the Capitol.
Oh, that's a great day.
Yeah.
That
What?
shit was fucking crazy.
Somebody died, Andrew.
Twitter was insane that day.
It was insane.
Many
Twitter
people
was
died.
insane for that entire
Week.
bro.
Actually,
year,
month.
that entire year and a half.
Whatever happened to that guy with like his face all painted? He was carrying like a
Oh, they all got arrested.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, the
One
CIA
went to-
knew immediately.
one
Right
went
there.
to
Another
prison
example
really
of the internet being used as a weapon. I have your face scanned, bitch.
they,
I know where
they
you
literally
live.
took pictures of themselves and posted it. How
Yeah.
else are you gonna like?
Yeah.
How do you expect the CIA not to find you?
Yeah, and so not to just move on from the point, but like the internet and imagination is terrifying because eventually, somebody can imagine, an example. I don't know, let's throw a sun at Japan. That fucking worked.
That did happen.
The internet, all the idea of somebody, potentially using it for bodily harm. There are many possible examples I could use, but I'm not going to say them, of course, for certain reasons, being a little bit too topic relevant. But here's another fun one that I liked and I recently watched. So, speedrunning. I think all of us know. We've joked about it every once in a while when we were gaming. Fucking speedrun the level. We can do this. I accidentally unsaved the game, but I know what's going to happen. I know what the cutscene is. I'm going to run through it.
Ironically enough, I was just watching Sonic Adventure 2 speedruns last night. But it's the turbo-assisted speedruns where they're like flying through.
Did Sonic Adventure 2 just get announced today?
No.
That was trending on Twitter, I think.
That's because the creator said that they're thinking about making it.
Insane.
Anyways, Alex, continue.
So people are playing speedruns. It's been a thing since the 80s. And probably one of the bigger speedruns to ever exist is the first Mario Bros. Game.
Mm-hmm.
That game has been speedrun. Is it spedrun or speedrun?
I think speedrun is actually the...
No.
Oh, is it speedrun? Okay. Anyways, that game has been beaten to death. They got to the point where they know the mathematical precision with an AI to basically the human limit. And there's a video on it. It's by Summoning Soul. And it got me thinking, because I'm a thinker, I debate. I like to kind of get into
speedrun.
There we go. He was thinking about it. And so the human limit to beating all of Mario is 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 26 seconds. I think it's like...
You have to play through 10 levels.
Technically, you can glitch those old games.
Yeah, no. So what I mean... Hold on, let me...
How does this speedrun work?
Summoning Soul.
You can beat Super Mario World within the first second of you getting Yoshi.
Yeah. So in the original...
You can there's inputs you can do that pretty much just corrupt the game. So as soon as you land on Yoshi, it's the end credits.
I have an ad.
Oh boy, ads! The thing we don't have.
Doesn't
so hold on, I'm gonna get the exact number because it's super important to what I'm saying. So this is just dead air time. You can just
that's insane, bro. Mario took me days to beat.
Yeah, this is what speedrunners do.
4 minutes.
But the thing is, this game has been speedrun so many times. Speed. Hold up.
Speedrun.
Give me a second. I'm waiting until it pops up on screen. This is some montage.
It's been boosty boys.
Yeah, okay. There it is. So the mathematical and AI limit. Caleb sees it on the bottom. Through the most optimal speed run is 4 minutes, 54 seconds, and then 0.26 milliseconds. That is the fastest AI tool-assisted speed run possible. That is literally the maximum.
Tool-assisted as in...
there's an AI, and it's using tech. It's basically, button combos. That's what these speedrunners are basically doing.
But is that human possible?
Here's the thing.
Can an AI even run it faster?
No, that's the limit. That's how fast the AI can do it.
So a human can do that.
So here's what I'm getting at here. Humans are so driven to do stupid shit that at one point they said, fuck it, how do we do it? So they analyze this tech. They're looking at this fucking thing. They're like, damn, what is the tech here? Because this is the most optimal path.
They beat that shit.
It beat to death. Okay, you know how there's scientists out there. I guess this is more listening.
Shut
up, let me explain this.
Let me explain the 4 minute mile. Is it 4 minute mile? Yeah, the 4 minute mile. As soon as someone broke that shit,
motherfuckers started analyzing.
Yeah, exactly.
What did they do wrong? It's not perfected, basically. Humans aren't perfect. So there's the thing. I'm a big power scalar debater, and it leads to certain topics that get really complex. So I guess with this GR example that I'm doing the video on, GR is possibly multiversal. So what the fuck's a multiverse? Well, I started going into it. Bro, scientists are making magic fucking numbers and shit that don't exist to explain this shit.
Welcome to pre-calculus, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, theoretical physics.
You get
so far to the negative fucking first power.
If you're somehow younger than 20.
Have you seen?
Well, not 20. If you're younger than 16 in our audience, just know the further you go in education, the more things just start getting made up.
It's all bullshit.
Have you guys seen the video called "The Mathematical Battle" or something? It's a battle between two guys that are doing math.
No.
That's how they made complex and imaginary numbers through that battle.
Yeah, they started.
They're called imaginary numbers, which is a bad name, is what I got from my fucking professor.
I've heard people call them magic numbers too because they're just so. You're explaining.
Calling something imaginary is fucking funny in general.
With multiverse theory. Okay, here's another thing. We can talk about that too. That's a controversial subject. But multiverse theory and all this shit gets really fucking complicated because you're explaining microcosms of levels above our universe with multi-layer dimensionals, time and space bullshit, right? Humans will try to figure this shit out. So you go to speedrunning. And these motherfuckers are matching frame numbers, trying to analyze the mathematics, how fast my fucking thumbs are hitting the keyboards. These guys got so good at trying to get to this AI perfected speedrun and trying to save as many frames as possible. They are 2 fucking frames away from nearly doing it. And there's only 3 frames of delay that a human can possibly not do it. They are near perfected. Humans have such a stupid... This is the one thing which I will debate forever and why humans are the most dominant life forms probably in the universe depending on the apex of life. Humans will do the stupidest shit to achieve the most dumbest thing. 2 frames away from achieving near perfect perfection before getting perfect command inputs into a controller that are nearly impossible for us at the current moment. that only an AI could do. 2 frames away, and they have beat this game to death. They're only 2 frames away to the point where, like, yeah, there's nothing in the game that we could do to get these last 2 frames.
Or maybe it's a thing on like wire transfer, like a USB-C.
No,
like
but no.
USB-C has to be
Here's the thing.
faster.
That's the first thing they fucking did.
Okay.
Dude, this is why I love nerds, and this is why I hate the whole nerd versus jock aesthetic. Nerds will probably make a fucking robot.
Is it optimal to use USB-C, or is it like you can't use wireless controller?
No, they're all wired. They're all wired, and it's just like, dude, like these guys are down to near human perfection trying to get this fucking speed run done. And then I'm looking at the other side of the fucking table, seeing these fucking nerds trying to figure out if the multiverse is real, and I'm like, dude, we're fucking animals, like downright fucking dumbass animals trying to fucking figure this shit out. It's insane to me.
It all comes from the Ooga Booga sounds, bro.
Bro,
I
it's insane.
I do have to ask one thing.
Uh-huh.
What's controversial about any of this?
So here's what the controversial is. Why the fuck are they doing it?
Because I want to.
Why not, Alex? Why not?
Why-
I'm like devil's advocate.
Why are you recording a podcast?
Why did we make a podcast?
Why are we living? Why don't you kill yourself? Your life is meaningless. Do it now.
Because I wanted to.
No, but it's not supposed to be controversial. Okay, but I guess we can lead into the more controversial subject. But like the whole speedrunning thing, it's just an interesting story.
Yeah.
But it's just like humans are so driven by stupid shit, and maybe that's the controversial part. That they are 2 frames from a video game to being near perfect, and 3 frames away from godlike. Because humans can't input those last 3 things like an AI can, because it's an AI, it can instantly do it thanks to wires being traveling at the speed of light. They don't have delay, but it's just like it's insane. And then there's other people on the other side of the fucking table trying to figure out if their consciousness works in the multiverse with magic numbers.
And I guess this is where I'm going to lead into. This is more kind of the like, hey, does God exist kind of question about this
If
controversial
you're gonna
subject.
start
Is
talking about gods and shit,
oh yeah, no,
can I just say this real quick because I don't want to talk about that.
Oh no, we're gonna definitely talk about
Is
it.
Thanos right?
Yes. Not controversial.
How's that not controversial? That is controversial.
Thanos is his moral judgment is correct, but he could have done it in a better way. Not killing half the universe. Here's the idea. I don't know. Double the materials in the universe. Problem solved. Like he has the heart, but he's a dumbass about it.
Yeah.
So I'm automatically debunking Andrew's argument. That's argument from years ago that I remember.
So what?
Is like Khonshu right?
Yeah, Khonshu was Andrew. That's what it is. You do evil acts, justice will appear. It's the crocodile bitch that was wrong.
Yeah. Clearly somebody didn't pay attention to the show.
Dumbass.
I paid attention.
No, it's
I'm just asking.
okay, but even
Do
then,
you think that some people might be like, fuck Khonshu? Fuck him.
like not like Khonshu because
Because he fucking kills people and do bad things.
yeah, after a
And
bad
doesn't-
person does a bad
And
thing,
doesn't believe in second chances.
that's fine. A lot of people don't deserve second chances, depending on the person.
That's a controversial.
I'm not gonna give. I'm trying to think of the most evilest person. Fuck it, Hitler. I'm not gonna give Hitler a second chance, bro. Actually, no. I'm gonna give Mao a second chance. He's the communist leader, the first communist leader of China. He has a bigger body count than Hitler. I'm not gonna give him a second chance. You have like 12 million people plus. Actually, I think Stalin might have more. I'm not gonna give Stalin a second chance after all the actions he's done. He probably could have had a second thought and say, maybe I shouldn't. Like there are
There's no
chances.
redemption?
There's no redemption after that point. Maybe if you kill one person, then there might be a more.
The Zodiac killer stopped.
Yeah,
That's
after he got fucking bored.
Yeah, that's the only thing that stops
Awesome.
serial killers is they get bored.
Yeah, the thrill of the hunt is over. The power.
Which is why I hate serial killers. I hate them.
Yeah,
I hate
So
them.
Andrew's dumb.
I know. I'm just proposing questions.
Yeah.
I'm not siding
But-
on anything.
but-
I'm not even saying. I'm just
But
like,
getting into
proposing
the
questions.
whole human argument about math and shit.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Where are you going with this?
So I'm gonna go with this because I recently figured this out.
He failed math class. I don't even know
Shut
why you
up.
talk
I
about
don't.
math.
I failed math because there was no hot anime chicks in front of me.
What?
That's the funny joke I have with friends.
That is a shit
Anyway,
joke.
so no, I don't give a fuck about that. So I'm gonna get this out of the way. So once I dove into the whole human limit thing and
Let me just. How far are you going with
I'm
this?
gonna go. I don't know how far until I get this out of my system. I'm
Because-
having the Red Bull finally kicked in. That's why I'm like,
Because I'm gonna be honest. If
How-
this is going the direction that I think you're going with this,
what?
I'm getting very bored.
Okay,
I want to hear crazy things.
this is where it's gonna get crazy. Okay, so
Exit out.
shut the fuck up, Andrew.
anyway, so I went to the whole multiverse thing. I started understanding. I'm like, oh, okay, they're using magic made up fucking numbers to try to prove this shit. And there's an equation or whatever. This is totally off topic, but if you literally look up the equations and figure out the shit, it's just scribbles. It's literally chicken scratch. It's fucking actually dumb. I'm
Smart
like,
people
okay.
have bad handwriting.
That's true. I gotta figure this shit out. Fucking start scribbling. So I'm like, okay, and I'm watching this YouTube video. I'm just kind of interested. It's basically a documentary. And then halfway through, it says, yeah, these same arguments for the magic numbers and shit. Yeah, it also it's the sister equations to simulated universe theory. I'm like, so you're just telling me that all these magic numbers and bullshit just kind of equal to the same thing?
Yeah, keyword theory.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, how do I set this?
It's like string theory, bro.
Actually, string theory. Okay, multiverse theory, simulated universe theory, and string theory are all more or less the same thing in really weird hindsight. Because if string theory is true, that means everything possible can be solved with a math equation.
Okay, Schrodinger.
No, but that's what it is. So basically, at the end of all this, and all
That
these
was
scientists say,
Schrodinger scale?
so at the end of the day, scientists at the end of the day, with all 3 of these equations, thank God I brought up string theory because I probably would have forgot, is at the end of the day, they're like, math is God.
Says who?
It says them. They literally, so, okay,
Counterpoint. They're nerds. Who cares what they think?
Yeah, exactly.
who do you think invented these fucking mics in front of us?
Counterpoint.
Engineers.
Engineers.
But engineers are nerds. They're in the nerd category.
Okay, but
No.
just because they built my
Engineers
mic, do you
build
think I care what they think?
Engineers build cars and shit. Doesn't make them a nerd.
No, they're definitely nerds.
They're Red Bull Jack fucking weirdos.
Make me by technology. I don't have to hear what you have to think. Just make me what makes my life easy.
I just love how this like the simple like ape thing to do. Just do my shit so I can leave.
Just give it to me. Huh?
But no, it was just a super interesting rabbit hole I went down. But some people just don't want to hear it. Like there's all this math involved. These
Yeah,
guys
that's
are
us.
they're
No,
clearly
we
educated.
clearly do not care.
But think about that though. If one day, for whatever reason,
Multiverse theory sounds pretty cool though.
yeah. But like,
Cool in essence in fucking movies.
In movie, well, my entire understanding of everything is from movies. That's how I started
that's how
dating
scientists
Val.
fucking get people to get their on their opinions and shit. Based on like,
Y'all think the moon landing was fake?
No,
no, that's definitely
you're an idiot if you think so.
Yeah.
So, but like, I went down this rabbit hole and I went down to all these things thanks to power scaling, unironically. I'm a nerd, and I'm like, damn, I've got a fear for my ever small life in a literal multi-plus infinite universe. And I'm like, wow, that's fucking crazy. No one's gonna hear this.
well,
About their moral
Alex in another
conscience.
universe will pick up the pace when you die. So who cares?
No, but that's another thing. There's
What, we're gonna have
technically-
dreamwalkers or some shit?
Actually, technically, by multiversal rules, and there's inconveniences with it. Because technically, if the multiverse is true, that means there's a multiverse where the multiverse doesn't exist. So there's arguments within that.
That's like
But
the
there's technically a version of us with infinite
that's like
lives
fucking
and
opposite,
infinite
bro.
life.
Paradox within itself.
Yeah, but
See-
then math solves the paradox, and it just needs some
Math
just like.
doesn't solve shit, bro. Come
But
on.
that overall,
if you
My
can
brain
do
went
it's
from
insane.
97.4%. Come on, fuck off.
You can't say there's a multiverse where there's a universe where there's no multiverse within a multiverse because that implies that there's still a multiverse, which means there's a
So you
paradox.
saying there's a fucking watcher?
Yeah, technically.
That just means that's just God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they just
They
in
can't
our
interfere,
current understanding,
That's still
in our current understanding of it, basically math with string theory can prove it. It's just if you knew how the molecule worked to its last literally dying breath, you can figure it out with really
I
complicated.
think the world spends too much time on like
Stupid shit. And nobody wants to listen to
stupid
it.
shit trying to create fucking elements and stuff. People that have like the fucking desire to create a new element just so they can name something after themselves and be in a fucking textbook.
It's a speed running for bigger shit. Literally. So you're saying it's not
okay.
interesting.
Now,
But yeah, you bring up stupid shit like that.
now I see where it all ties in.
Go ahead, Mike. But that's where it all is. It's like look at how we are. We're literally just fucking apes on a planet trying to do stupid shit, and we're just kind of like, huh.
Our lives are truly meaningless in an
We're
infinite
the
cosmos.
think
only
that's called-
organism on Earth.
I think
that
that's called
tastes beer.
life. Yeah, that's also true.
But yeah,
Andrew.
that's what Alex
That's
does.
very
He
true.
he goes into like these really complex subjects.
Alex goes on to rants for 38 minutes.
but no, but
That's
it's
what he
just, it's
does.
just cool to me. I'm just really interested in it.
Yeah,
I want Little Caesars pizza right now.
Why do you want Little Caesars?
I have no idea.
You're the dumb ape right now. Really, Little Caesars?
Anyways,
It is pretty funny.
moving on from
Hey,
something
Caleb, talk about your
that I
girlfriend or
got
something. This shit's boring.
that I got very bored from
I'm
CJ
just,
is
pretty
back.
quick.
I'm just trying.
Huh? No.
CJ takes back.
I have a story, but I don't know if it's a controversial story. I got reminded this after we were talking about the whole YouTube thing. What is that? Anyways, so a while back, I'd have to say 2018 is when this happened, but just randomly, I got a text from Markiplier.
The fuck?
And
Oh, wasn't his phone open for like forever? Like, didn't he like say, "Hey, text me"? Or
yeah, what was that about?
he just
Can't
wanted-
I don't
Remember
remember him
too.
even ever talking about that in a video.
No, it was on Twitter. I remember, but Tony Hawk does it too.
How the heck did he get my number though?
Wait, let me see.
This is what just popped up.
Oh,
Like
that's probably fake.
2018. But like, how would they know? How would they know?
That's a
You
YouTube
can put in
conversation.
any. You can put in any phone number, and get a person's thing. So I guess that was, hey, remember string theory and just random chance? There you fucking go.
You guys ever
It's
talk
just-
to your cell phone neighbor?
Hmm?
Your phone number neighbor?
I haven't yet. I want to.
Isn't? Oh
Your next person over. Your person.
no, I
above
never
you.
thought of
I
that.
tried, and they were both green messages, so I was like, I give up.
Like, what was the purpose? Even if it's like,
String theory, random chance.
but like, what? Why?
What's the context of the text?
It was pretty much. It said
it's the baby. Give me your credit card and social
is pretty much this is Markiplier's or hey everybody, this is me Markiplier. This is my service for you to communicate with me. Just anytime you want to talk, I'm here to talk to you. I was like,
Are
okay.
you like on an email list, a phone number list?
No, this just appeared randomly. Like I don't know
Random chance.
how he got my number.
Is
Like
it him?
I don't know if it's Markiplier. It just says Markiplier. It never even like it popped up in my phone as Markiplier. Never as like
Wait, it popped up as Markiplier.
it popped up as Markiplier.
Is that an iPhone feature?
Yeah,
I
because
felt like
it does it with April. I don't have April's phone number on mine.
Like
so
it
appears
was
as-
just the weirdest thing. Just randomly Markiplier.
But it asks you if you want that person's name said as that. That's interesting.
But I don't remember it asking me. It's just like this is
technology
This
is
is
scary.
Markiplier here, and this is my service to talk to people, to my fans. Just talk about things that you
Soulja Boy
want.
does that?
Yeah,
Has that same system kind of in place.
Really?
Yeah, if you text me through the phone or call me through. Yeah, text me through the phone or some shit. He spits a phone number, and if you like dial in that phone number in your phone, you get automatically put into his like Mailchimp email.
What happens
list.
if I call this?
You probably shouldn't do that.
I wouldn't. You're gonna get
You're gonna get bots messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But it's it was just weird. Just like
Random chance.
like I guess it could be random chance they just sent out this is from Markiplier to like everybody. It just so happens that I also watched Markiplier. But it's just like they didn't ask for anything from me though. Yep. They didn't ask for a credit card. They didn't ask for like me to.
That's how they get you at first.
Pledge.
Is it a green text message?
I don't have any of the messages anymore.
It's green.
Oh yeah, it's green.
Oh, that's just fake as fuck.
It's fake.
It's just weird. That was just a weird thing. I never really texted it because
That
I was
was in
like,
2018.
I think so.
Oh,
So
you haven't deleted your messages for that long?
I don't have his message. I just have the contact, and I just recently remembered it was in there.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
wow, a Markiplier thing gets a Markiplier thing. I wonder what the mathematical chances on that. Anyway,
Wow, way to make it boring.
yeah.
Math is boring, bro. Stop
not
talking about
when it
math.
involves cool shit.
Since when is math cool?
If we're becoming monkeys now and just starting saying monkey opinions over superhero powers, what superhero power would you want?
We already talked about this.
Have we? I think we've done it in
Yes.
private.
No, we talked about this
Have
on the podcast.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember this.
This is episode 10.
I don't remember this.
Oh,
We did talk about this.
Anyway,
but
but
I-
I'm changing my opinion now.
Okay, what's your opinion?
Either I would become Doctor Strange or a symbiote with.
Yeah, you said
no,
this.
no.
You said
But it
this.
changed this because I was talking to my YouTuber friends. I would like to have a Green Lantern ring because that
For
shit,
what
Lame.
purpose?
Because
To
apparently-
and recharge it.
No, so apparently I recently learned this through my power scaling friends yet again, is that the Green Lanterns, so apparently the ring with the green one in specific, if you can will it, it'll just manifest. It won't be a contract. It will literally, through sheer force of will, you can just make shit just pop up. Like you literally, through sheer force of will, can just make the battery infinite.
Like a World War tank.
Yeah, because I want a cheeseburger. I would like that.
You know, this episode started off really strong with controversial stories.
But
And
no,
then
then
Alex
it
just
just-
like derailed it.
dude,
once again.
I'm just talking.
It got very boring.
What do you
and then
mean
I had
boring?
I had nothing to
Would
bring
you
the
not
conversation.
want to manifest a cheeseburger out of nothing?
You sound like a fucking Visco girl talking about manifestation.
I believe that
Andrew,
too.
didn't you have a story that you wanted to talk about
I hate
that
these people.
was controversial stories?
No,
You said it at the very beginning. He's like, "Did you not hear about that?"
clearly it wasn't good enough to remember.
I guess.
Loser. Look at you.
I
No, you don't even have a conversation to talk about. other than your
Him
grades.
bringing that
What
up
a
made me
bitch.
excited that this is gonna be like one of those that I'm like popping off the chair, like this happened kind of episodes. But it kind of just
spilling the YouTube drama,
It
the
sizzled
YouTube
down YouTube drama to Alex talking about math
Yeah, math
and
is
then
cool.
talking about Green Lantern.
Fuck yeah.
The worst superhero ever.
No, that's not true. That's Aquaman.
No, fuck you.
No, I'm gonna be
Aquaman
honest
is
though,
pretty freaking lame.
Everybody shits on him, but he has a cool power set and stuff. But his stories aren't that great. Like he's,
Aquaman.
yeah, like he actually can do shit. Like he has a plethora of abilities. But people just
Aquaman
make
is
fun of him.
confirmed in canon that he's fucked fish.
That's in the DC fucking universe. That fucking whole universe is a joke. Fuck that. Fuck that universe. Like on God, everything it stands for, burn it.
We're an
Anyone-
hour 30 in.
We're an hour 30 in, and
I
I
want
have
Little
not-
Caesar's pizza.
I have
bro.
not heard a single controversial thing.
I don't like bananas.
That's not a story. I thought you were going to talk about like the conspiracy.
What do you want me to
episode.
What do you want me to fucking say? Hitler was wrong. Wasn't bad.
No,
You want that fucking
Like,
debate
it's not
argument?
controversial takes. It's you said
According-
controversial
according to Family
stories.
Guy.
Like the
What?
like
According
the,
to Family Guy, Hitler is in bed.
Okay, maybe we got something here. Explain.
explain.
It's a fucking episode where Stewie Griffin time travels back in time.
There's multiple of those. You need to be.
In one of those episodes, he goes, "Don't give that kid a quarter. That's Hitler's brother."
You brought
And the whole episode just is like Hitler's in bed. It's a running joke, but it's Family Guy, so you can't take it serious.
Okay,
nothing.
This
This episode isn't controversial
The-
stories. It's just me explaining shit.
This is
that I
just-
find interesting.
you-
But usually these episodes do fine. So we're fine.
Anyways,
I guess here's what I have to say. I think Family Guy's not funny. I was talking to Val about this. She
What?
got
You don't
mad.
think Family Guy's
Family
not
Guy
funny?
is
funny?
I've said this too. You
unfunny.
American Dad.
They're both fucking funny. American Dad is more funny,
no.
but how is Family Guy not funny?
It's not funny.
After season 6, it's just
It's the most
Jokes by.
dry, lame humor.
I think they make like cool Star Wars jokes every once in a while.
Wow, this makes me think of the time that I was with having dinner with Darth Vader. Them just sitting at a table eating. That's the joke.
Hey, can you pass the butter? Darth Vader chokes him. Okay,
That's the joke.
That's the joke.
Okay, so funny. That's so funny that.
Oh, look, and
Peter
he's
Gri-
realizing it.
Peter
and can't
Griffin.
debate
Peter,
against
Gri-
it. What
Peter
a
Griffin.
dumbass.
Peter Griffin standing there. Something he says something. Somebody punches him. Flops on the floor. That's the joke.
Or Death dies and Super Death shows up, and then Death gets reincarnated into a Chinese girl. The Chinese girl dies, and he
It's
comes back
just-
as Death.
It's just the most.
That's the plot of Venom, bro.
It's just the most unfunny.
plot of Venom.
That's
The
not
most
the plot of Venom.
unfunny version of comedy you could ever possibly find. Like, at least
Oh,
like,
that's a controversial take. Comedians are dumb.
we talked about
covered
this too.
this already.
Have we?
You covered this.
Alex, you have not brought. You've brought
No, but
either
no,
the
but
most
somebody-
boring topics or the most something
It's
we've
Friday,
already
bro.
talked
This is not
about.
our regular recording day.
I
that's
guess
what-
there's the excuse. I'll take it.
Fuck it.
But yeah,
Anime's bad.
I
don't
used-
fucking know.
it's
anymore.
anime-
yes, he
bad.
said it.
I used to think that like
like
adult
manga
like the adult cartoons. I used to think they just in general
okay,
weren't
hold up,
funny.
hold up. I think we have one here since you brought up animation.
He raised his hand. Like a
Well, hold on. Can I finish? Can I
Oh, yeah,
finish?
go.
Child.
I think I got a story
I
now.
used to
we
think
got
that they weren't funny, like any of them, but like the Simpsons writers, those guys know how to write a joke.
Not
like-
anymore.
No,
Not anymore, but they
after
use
season
like
15.
like their early stuff. That is funny.
Yeah.
Family
think
Guy,
shows that
I have
go
never
on for,
seen
like-
every
anything
adult
funny.
cartoons is based off of Family or The Simpsons.
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Y'all
Like-
think that shows that overstay their
Yeah.
Well, it's the same with SpongeBob though, so it's not just
still
held to
make
adult. Yeah, they made like 2
that.
spin-off shows and they're continuing the main show.
I understand the spin-offs, but I thought they stopped the main show.
No, they will milk Steven Berg's.
I think Big Bang Theory is one of the
grave.
best endings of like sitcom history.
I don't think
I've never
Big Bang
watched-
Theory is that good either.
You don't think Big Bang Theory is good?
No,
Ben's gonna be very upset with
Do
you.
you
I'm
relate
sorry,
to any
Ben.
of the Big Bang Theory characters?
No.
What?
Well, no, I do. I know he doesn't.
no.
They're all nerds. They're all what Caleb hates or makes fun of.
I relate to the Psych characters.
Of course you fucking do.
Side characters? Who are you talking about? Like
Psych, like
And
Sean
I've
and
never heard of
Gus.
Psych.
You've never watched Psych.
I haven't either.
That's one of the
No.
greatest shows ever made. It's so
You know, people
underappreciated.
say that about Ozark, and I don't give a shit about that.
I've never seen Ozark.
People say that about Breaking Bad.
Ozark is a good, or not Ozark. Breaking Bad. I've never watched it. I've heard it's a good
Okay.
show. I'm just not interested.
Here's a controversial opinion. I know to get Caleb's feathers a little bit rusted or a little bit ruffled. Smash Bros isn't that good.
Says the guy who fucking played it for 22 days straight for fucking 8 hours
Yeah,
a day
but-
just to beat Caleb.
But that was out of competition.
Alex is just mad because I
No.
beat
Okay,
him.
so then what's
I'm
the
not-
best? What's the best fighter game?
Street Fighter 2.
Smash is a party game.
It is a party game. I'm gonna
So
be
is
honest.
every single Nintendo game. That's why I don't fucking like Nintendo products.
So you don't like Smash Bros?
You don't like
The only
playing with
thing I
your
fucking
friends.
appreciate about
Wii Sports?
the only thing I appreciate, yes, is Wii Sports or Switch Sports,
Bad
whatever you want to call it
take.
now.
That's a bad take.
What? You don't fuck with Wii Sports?
But if that's the only thing you care about, then yes, it's
The
a bad
bowling
take.
ball?
You want me to say fucking Zelda's the greatest game ever? You just walk around. It's a walking simulator. You're trying to fucking find people.
No, you're saying you don't like. You
got
think
the baby.
Mario
I
Kart's not
did it.
fun. You
Mario
think
Kart is fun.
Mario Party's not fun.
Not fun.
You don't think Mario Party's fun?
No. Even when I was like 6 years old and the entire family was playing it, fuck that game. That game was terrible.
You guys just don't like losing.
I never.
I don't
said
think I've
Mario
ever
Party was
lost in
bad.
Mario Party, except here in this place with
I
you,
literally
Caleb.
just said Smash Bros is bad. You mad at losing?
Smash Brothers isn't bad though.
I
think Smash Brothers is actually one of the best fighting games I've ever played.
and
it's
that's
just
the only
fun.
Game. You've only played Street Fighter 5 and fucking Mortal Kombat X. That's it. You have like 3 under your belt. Have you even played Marvel vs. Capcom before 3? No, you haven't, because you're a bitch.
Alex, explain your.
Neither have you.
Explain
I
your-
have.
explain-
You're
your-
fucking
I have
lying.
emulators, bitch.
Alex,
No, you're
Alex,
fucking
explain your
lying.
opinion.
Okay, so the reason why I don't like Smash Bros.
There's no proof of any of this.
I haven't even explained shit.
I know. I'm still fuck you. You've never played any of those games. Never. I guarantee it.
What, Smash Bros?
No. I'm talking about like Mortal Kombat 3. Fucking
Actually, he did.
Street Fighter. No, I don't believe it.
He played it at my house.
Literally.
Mortal Kombat 3.
Yes.
What about 4?
I think
you fucker?
4 was part of it.
Okay,
too.
what about fucking 6?
I beat him on every single one that we played.
Because they're fucking broken. Caleb somehow managed to find some of the characters.
I beat him with every character on the roster.
Alex tries thinking that he's like one of the most superior
favorite
gamers in the world.
My
and he
favorite
fucking
thing to
plays
do is
Peggle.
when we play a game.
Peggle was fun though.
When we play a game, Alex might get ahead of me at first, but then I'll find one character and I'll beat him and just consistently make him mad. And then I get to the point where I can just beat him with everybody on the roster.
Apparently.
Caleb's put my
Anyway,
ass
so
with
back
mess.
to the Smash Bros. Opinion. I just don't like the platforms in Smash. That's probably one of my biggest gripes about it.
I only play on the flat platform.
That's what I always did. Anytime Caleb
See,
played me, it was always flat.
you play it wrong.
No,
I'm
I play it like
gonna
a melee
argue like
player.
this. That's the wrong way to play.
That's whatever. But like, I just
Here's the thing. I actually understand your point because competitive Smash actually ruined Smash Brothers for me. The only reason I really love Smash now is because I stopped playing it competitively. I play it like a party game.
But you said you played Rainbow Six Siege for a while, right?
Yeah,
And you said you'd never played competitive.
I didn't.
I think it defeats the whole fucking purpose of Rainbow Six Siege.
I'd run around.
Yeah,
I'd run around with a pistol and just see what happened.
I hate those people.
Caleb's the guy during Melee's
I hate those people.
Like 6 or 7 years ago. I said tier lists are stupid.
Yes.
And then Caleb will bring up the point that Yoshi was on the bottom of the list until somebody figured out some nerd ass speedrunning tech with Yoshi, and they put him up 2 more tiers because they figured out a really good strategy.
Tier lists don't matter. And
Tier lists are stupid.
The Smash community made me mad at competitive Smash, so I play it.
I like competitive.
I play it for fun now
Tier lists of characters are stupid.
because playing with
They give you an idea. They're
playing
not
with
permanent.
Yeah.
Smash meter on whatever stage you want with 4 players is the optimal way. 8 players,
That I will agree
optimal
with.
play. It's so much more fun than playing it 1v1.
But I'm gonna be honest though, and the idea because this was what's his face's. Oh my god, I'm forgetting the creator of fucking Smash.
Sakurai?
Sakurai. I was gonna say
a dope
Miyamoto.
name.
I don't know why.
Miyamoto.
So the thing with Sakurai is, his inspiration was Tekken 2, and I think Street Fighter 2. But then I'm looking at it. It says it's a party game. How the fuck do you go from Street Fighter 2, one of the most hard competitive fighting games ever, and the early days of Tekken into a party game?
Because Sakurai's the only
That's
thing
some
that
crap.
the only thing that's
Isn't
ever been
Street
on his
Fighter
mind
2
is having fun.
That
with
was an
games.
arcade game first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Street Fighter 2. Every version of Street Fighter.
Arcades used to be the shit. That's why. That's why it's a party game.
Sakurai has never.
Okay, here's another controversial opinion here.
Can I
The
talk
first Smash Bros.
No.
on my own show?
the first Smash Bros. Is probably the only time ever in Smash's history where it's actually been like, no, this is competitive. We can do shit here. And then after that,
Say about every game
Party game.
though.
Well,
Like,
actually, no. Smash, the newest ones specifically made competitively, but the competitive side,
they're so broken.
competitive,
They're so assholes.
competitive
The players are
Smash
dicks.
is so unfun
Yeah.
that you might as well play it as a party game. That's
The
when
only
it's
reason why
fun.
Melee is good is because it's broken, and the only reason why people like still play the first Smash game is because that one's like, okay, there's an idea here that hasn't been manipulated yet. Let's see what we can fucking do with it. Which is like almost the same idea with Street
So
Fighter 2.
pretty much Alex's take is competitive Smash is not fun.
More or less, yeah. But even with the party game,
Most
I'm all like,
competitive
most of the
games
shit's
aren't
broken.
fun.
I died at random shit. I'm like, man, fuck this.
Well, don't put items on.
But that is just competitive at that point.
No, it's not.
I think items in Smash are stupid.
Items in Smash. It depends, but most of the
Some of them are
time
dumb.
it's stupid.
Yeah, they're either one
Alex,
shot kills.
Smash Brothers is designed so you can change the gameplay to make it so it's more fun for
Fuck
you.
that. I'm just gonna turn on Street Fighter 6.
I think Street Fighter just has one of the best fighting sims.
Yeah, I mean,
in general.
that's the difference.
I-
'cause
I'm gonna be honest.
Street Fighter's like the OG fighting game, so of course it's going
But
to be
either way, if you
traditional
were to
fighting
give me
game.
like a list of options, I'd probably not end up picking Street Fighter 2. I'd probably like either Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter 5 is fun. Until they added Luke, but because he's broken, because he literally the whole screen punch and it's broken. But I'd probably end up picking like a 3v3. I'd probably pick Marvel vs. Capcom.
I don't like 3v3 games. I think they're stupid.
To a degree, but they're just for long and fun combos. That's what they're for. But if you're doing 1-on-1,
I think Fighters is like one of the fucking shit games.
Wow, that's a
Fighters
bad
I've
take.
ever seen.
the early days of that game were wild. But I think I can't even defend
Couldn't even
that because
fucking play the
Gogeta can
game.
one-shot
You couldn't even play the fucking game. The servers were so fucking shit.
That was the beta, though.
That's
you
all
remember
fun
the
games.
beta?
It still was post-launch. What are you talking about? I remember hearing you complain for like
I think it's
2 weeks, 3 weeks straight, and then you stopped playing.
I think because our Wi-Fi was bad because they don't have netcode. Netcode's a thing too that all games need, all of them, every single one of them.
Anyways, Caleb, finish what you were saying earlier.
Yeah,
I don't remember anymore.
Okay. Anyways, here's another thing.
we can give hot take video game opinions. I didn't realize.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare
Two?
2 has FOV sliders. You guys know what FOV is?
Yeah, I do that
view?
with Halo.
Okay, field of view.
I have them on.
I
max.
fucking hate the current Modern Warfare landscape right now because a console player has no competitive advantage whatsoever.
I'm gonna be honest. Here's a counterpoint to your dumbass opinion. Just get a fucking PC.
Okay, that's a
But
stupid.
That's a
stupid
stupid
take.
fucking
Why?
argument.
Why is it stupid?
Because
Why?
some people can't fucking afford a fucking $1,000 computer.
But you can fucking afford a
A
five.
$300 fucking console is different than a fucking $1,000 computer. It's a $700 difference.
You have to
bro.
get a whole setup for a computer.
I've
For a
seen
console,
people-
it's just TV,
See
console.
that argument is automatically wrong because I see people fucking
PC
with garbage
is okay,
players and
okay.
they can still enjoy
PC
themselves.
is better than console without a fucking doubt. But for the more casual gamer, which is your fucking target audience,
That's
almost
everyone. That's
9
literally
times out of 10.
most of the
I'm not a
people.
casual.
I don't have a fucking FOV.
You don't play games anymore.
You don't even play video games. That's true.
Oh, well, that's because I'm actually, I'll be honest here. I've kind of weeded it out. If it's not like a game I'm really fucking with, like I did with Elden Ring, I'm just not really into it anymore.
I also only fucked with Elden Ring because
Why? Give me your opinion on that because I know you're automatically wrong.
I also only fucked with Elden Ring because Dark Souls was popping at the time, and then it was like
What?
Here's my controversial take that
And it's game studio developers you have like a hard on for.
here's my controversial take that'll
None
make
of
Alex's
that. It was just a
feathers.
fun
Alex's
game.
feathers are gonna get ruffled. I don't think Dark Souls games are fun.
They're not designed to be fun.
Like in the slightest. They're I just think they're boring.
They are
Boring
boring,
games.
but they're not designed to be fun at all.
I don't think it's the mechanic that they went for that it's rewarding after you beat a boss. I don't feel it's rewarding at all. It's just, oh, I beat a boss.
See,
okay.
I disagree with
I
it,
spent
but
a-
I know why.
I spent an hour on this boss learning its move patterns and I beat it. Okay, was that really worth my time?
You know what game I think is good? That game right fucking there. Ghost of Tsushima.
That I'll agree with, but I
Okay.
played too much of it. I got burnt out of
What?
it. and I couldn't
What do you
it.
mean? Too
Dude,
much
I
of it?
literally got through like half the game. I got to the end. I'm like, I played too
No,
much. I
that's
can't play
because
it.
you started. Don't ever do a billion side quests without just doing the main story.
I do that with every game. That's the only time that's ever happened with me. I did it with Fallout 4.
No, that was because he was just starting YouTube at the time. So I mean, not just starting, but he was like,
Anyway, I don't care about
was, like,
this. I
blowing
want
up
to go
the
back
time.
to the Dark Souls take. I understand why Caleb. It ruffled my feathers just a little bit, but it's not like when I first played Dark Souls 1. That's how I kind of felt. I'm like, damn, it's kicking my ass. But I kept on doing it because I was like, I'm not a bitch. But it was fun. Like I found enjoyment getting my ass kicked and me, I pulled a Goku. I beat my previous self trying to, achieve the next, level in the game. And I'm gonna be honest with Elden Ring. Elden Ring's broken. If you know how to magic in that game is ridiculously broken. Like if you do it right.
It's different if I find the world very boring though.
But no, but that's the thing is, and I know how you get it.
I think that Dark Souls was like a fucking desaturated mess.
That's with the whole fucking From Software games. That's supposed to be the mood. It's
Reminds
supposed
me
to be
of
dark.
2K18. Oh,
But
what a time.
But the thing with Dark Souls is
Ugh.
it doesn't. Caleb, I'm gonna assume here, Caleb likes to be fed, the story. Dark Souls doesn't do that. They say,
There's
"There
no
you
story,
go, bitch."
right? There's no story in Dark Souls.
No, there
it's
is.
just lore.
No, there is, but you have to piece it together. And even then, the directors of the game is like, no, there's things in there you guys haven't found
See,
yet.
and
or
I just
have
don't.
connected.
I don't.
At that point, you're just asking for too much.
Even with Monster Hunter World, I didn't care about the story. It was just
That game didn't really have a story.
The gameplay was just rewarding and fun. I don't feel the same with.
Dark Souls is different. It's. I'm gonna be honest. Dark Souls and From Software games are for a niche.
What's your guys' favorite video game of all time then?
Of all time,
Elden Ring is up there because I really fucked with it. I guess-
Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
My truck's on TV. Or it was. What is my favorite game of all time? Man, I'm gonna be honest. Going through the old Halo games.
Batman Arkham City.
fuck, Halo 3 was fun. I won't even lie. I even reached 2 to a certain degree. Red Dead 2 was fun too. Red Dead 1 and 2.
Oh, I hate that game so much.
Yeah, we know because you're a lazy bastard. There's 3 gamers here with 3 different opinions on how they all like it. The thing, okay, here's the thing. Here's another controversial take if you want to look at this. People who debate what game is better or giving their opinions on things is like, games are like books.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Every
That's the
book
most
is different.
uncontroversial thing you've said.
Yeah.
But some people even disagree with that. But like, oh, all games are one medium. I've heard that take too.
No, that's a stupid
That
take.
is dumb.
Yeah.
Because like
It's like saying
I
Pong
know
is
what you're
like
saying because
fucking like Mario.
Pong. Because
But
like
Pong goes hard though.
there's people who treat the Dark Souls series as if like that's the godsend of games when like
Or any
really it's
Bethesda
just
game.
really it's just a niche. It's for that crowd that likes that kind of game.
But I won't lie though. I like to go. Okay, the thing was what I do, and I don't even think Andrew can. The whole is with fucking Ghost of Tsushima is when I get into a video game like I did with Halo like a couple months back. I didn't just play the game. I went into it. I was like, what the fuck what is John's fucking identity? What does he do in the books? What is the canon lore? I get into games. The few games that I've ever played, I get into. I can tell you Ken, Ryu's, Akuma's lore, fucking the vague history of Marvel vs. Capcom, fucking the X-Men and some of their games. Spider-Man's probably up there. It's probably one of my favorite games. It's the only game I've ever platinumed. I know Spider-Man's lore. I know any franchise I talk about, even JoJo's to a certain degree, to the point where I got so infatuated with the series I liked that I know like author statements, what the author has said. I get into games like this. With Ghost of Tsushima, I just played through it, and so I liked it, and I was like, fuck this. Wasn't into
I
it.
have that feeling with Assassin's Creed. I've only ever
That's
finished.
another one. Damn, I have a lot of like 2010 games I really
I've only
fucking
ever
fuck with.
finished 3 Assassin's Creed games, and one of them I don't count as an Assassin's Creed game, and that is Odyssey.
A good game, not an Assassin's
Good
Creed
game. Okay.
No, none of the new Assassin's Creeds are
Assassin's Creed 1,
Origins
I
really.
couldn't finish it because it wasn't my game. Assassin's Creed 2, never played it. Assassin's Creed 3, I'm about 75% way through it. 4, didn't finish it. I'm missing a game in between with Ezio. Never played it.
Brett's Brotherhood. Or not Brotherhood, Revelations.
Brotherhood and Revelations. Never played them. 2
Good games. I want to be honest. I think Brotherhood's mechanics are better than 2's mechanics, but 2's story is better than Brotherhood's.
And then Syndicate I played. Unity I couldn't play because it wasn't my game. Yeah, Origins, I fucking hated that game. I didn't think it was
I love Egypt
I
as
did
a
it-
landscape.
It was cool. Like the landscape itself was fucking badass. Like wow, this was cool.
I got a
By the time I got to
Egypt.
By the time I got to level 21, I was like, man, this game fucking blows. It's not even an Assassin's Creed game. So I just went right back to Assassin's Creed 3, which I've yet to finish.
Okay. You know, I'm speaking about all this and my gaming.
Wait, before you say that, I think Assassin's Creed would be a better TV show than a video game.
Fuck you. No.
The movie says
The
otherwise.
movie is fucking awful, but that's
I'm gonna be
because
honest,
video
I
game
think
movies
I
suck.
think that whole
Not true.
department-
Sonic 2 is great.
Shut the no.
Sonic 2 is pretty great. It's literally, unironically, the best video game franchise movie-wise, honestly.
It's contending for probably the best movie to come out this year. The first Sonic movie was like contending for the best movie that came out in 2020.
That was because it was the only movie that came out in 2020, Caleb.
But
Come on, bud.
to give my video game takes, so the thing with Insomniac, they make good games. Spider-Man, that's their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm gonna be honest. People can debate the old like PS2. Fuck that.
Those games suck ass. I've seen those.
People
suck ass.
They were so. I've seen some wild ass takes, but it's just
They get taken
fucking
over by
internet
nostalgia
nerds.
more than anything.
Yeah, internet's being dumb. No, but Spider-Man just had everything about it, and
Mm-hmm.
I think now that Andrew said it and me thinking about it, I'm probably when it comes on PC. Apparently, it's going to. I'm going to replay it. There's no way I'm not, because dude, that game had cool. It looked good, except Peter's new face. That was so
Why did they
dumb.
change?
I don't know.
They
They
just
try to
made it
make it
look-
like Tom
No,
Holland.
they try
I
to
know
make it
No,
that
look
was
like
it's
Tom
supposed to
Holland.
look
It was-
like the
no.
actual voice actor.
Oh no, that
No.
No? Yeah?
no, he does not. That guy.
No, the voice actor is Sasuke.
Yeah, and he doesn't look like him at all. Now that you said that's wrong.
Mm.
That is so wrong.
Search up the voice actor for Sasuke and then look at that.
Yeah,
I think it's
look up
just.
the
I think
voice
the
actor
face
for
is stupid,
Spider-Man.
and the only reason they changed it to look like Tom
but like
Holland,
Spider-Man was just had so much,
which I
to
think was
it.
a bad decision anyways. Because if you want to make something look like Tom Holland, now you're competing with the Uncharted franchise because that is Tom Holland now.
Like movies suck dick though.
That movie did suck.
I don't even know what I was saying, but Spider-Man just went hard, and that's
That's probably one of the funnest games I played on PS4.
But it's just because. But the thing is about Spider-Man though is I know Peter.
I know Eddie. I know Mary Jane. I know fucking the Osborns. I know the history. And the thing is, though, this Marvel game isn't like previous ones where it's all like, oh, Spider-Man's the only superhero. No, this one's in the Insomniac's version of the Marvel universe. Avengers Tower.
That's a multiverse.
Yeah, they have.
yeah.
That's its whole thing.
That could be
That's
canon at one point.
Yeah, that is technically the Insomniac Marvel video game universe.
Video game universe.
So it's like that's their acronym, and they have Wolverine showing up and shit. And I'm like, I can get into this because I already know the lore.
Do you
I'm a
enjoy
lore
God
guy.
of War, Alex?
What?
Do you enjoy God of War?
I did. I already knew God of War. I know Greek with things I already know about, and I can get deep, and I can just be like, damn, I love not the content, but the lore. I'm a lore fanatic. I love that shit. That's why I think Dark Souls is just probably one of the greatest, not video games, but like stories. It's just really interesting, the concept. I love when an author's all like, here's a Jesus figure, and here's this like, Jesus type shit bullshit around him, and all the like the crazy lore implications. I like that shit. And it's just really cool how they do it. There's little,
I think I'm gonna, and because of that, I think I'm gonna have a fun time with Hogwarts Legacy.
See, and I think I'm probably what's gonna happen is before that game comes out, if I'm interested in it, I'm gonna go through everything like you have in the past few weeks or months.
And Caleb, would you be interested in playing Hogwarts Legacy?
No, Caleb hates. See, this doesn't like Star Wars or Harry Potter.
Harry Potter has nothing that interests me whatsoever.
Have you read a book?
No, I can't even watch the movies because I get bored.
What? This is like
We are
fourth week
literally
in a
two
row.
polar opposites. That's why we're best friends.
I like there's some things
I had
Alex
a girl
is
the other
so
day told me that she
interested
watched
in.
them all in like a week, and she was like, "This is the greatest movie ever."
Some people just like that.
Some people just like Harry Potter. I'm not
Caleb's
one of
favorite
those
movie is
people.
Sonic 2, so
That's not true. My actual favorite movie, unironically, if we're speaking as haha funny, my favorite movie is The Adventures of Milo and Otis. But my actual what I think is like my favorite movie to go back and watch is Forrest Gump.
I watched Forrest Gump in class with you guys, and I was like, it's pretty okay.
It's
my
good.
favorite movie, like just to like my guilty pleasure to like just always watch and throw it on. Revenge of the Sith.
I'm not a big movie guy, I'll be honest. I'll watch it once or twice, but yeah, it's pretty good. But I won't I'm gonna repeat this bitch. Maybe as of recently, I got into Studio Ghibli films, and I really like
Those are good.
Yeah, Bethany got me on them. I'm like, fuck, I forgot how good these were. Or Princess Momonosuke, I fuck with that heavy. I like that. I like
I hard agree.
because I was like, ooh, damn, I like how he's all like, you're banished because you've been touched by an outside force, and I'm like, damn, you guys are assholes.
Those movies are like good.
yeah, those are classic movie tales.
Do you watch Star Wars Visions?
No.
See, that was also good because there was like
You know, the
Lore
Star Wars
implications.
community did not react well to
because
that.
it's anime. They're all a bunch of Western fat nerds.
I liked some episodes. Some of them were just like, this is
Because
fucking
you know,
stupid.
because your brother is an anime head, motherfucker. That's why you
I
like
thought the
it.
black and white episode of Ronin was badass. And when he did the thing where he shoved the lightsaber back in, and I go, oh shit, this guy's a Sith. And Alex goes, how do you know that? And I go, I'm a nerd.
Because that's just how me and Andrew roll. I like to get into my video game lore.
I know Star Wars very well. I'm beginning to
I
know
used to
Harry
be like
Potter
that.
very, very well.
I can do Dragon Ball and JoJo's pretty well. Those are my shit. I think Dark Souls maybe like a close third. No, it's not even.
I know
close third. It's
Assassin's
like
Creed
massive
pretty well,
gap.
but that's only because it's like human history.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. So I guess with my franchises, it would probably be like
That is one of my goals in
I think
life,
JoJo's, Dragon Ball, Spider-Man,
to direct Assassin's Creed.
Halo, then Assassin's Creed, then like a 6 would probably be Elden Ring, if in order of my like knowledge.
Netflix is fucking dying.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna be honest.
That shit is
Here's a
disappointing.
controversial opinion. There's never been, except for a few fucking fragments of a moment, where Netflix I've watched something on Netflix.
You know they want to
Stranger
greenlight.
Things.
They said that they no longer want to make movies like Irishman. You guys are aware of the Irishman, right?
No.
I've heard about it, but I
Okay, it's
didn't watch it.
award-winning. It's an award-winning movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's movies. They said they don't want to make those movies anymore. And then they have other movies that are like these like teenage rom-com, like wedding crasher equivalents, but put to a teenage level.
They're going through their Adam Sandler phase.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
They have like a movie with Addison Rae and the guy from Cobra Kai. How like they're saying that that's gonna be their.
I'm gonna be honest.
their
It just might be
target
because
audience.
this, I'm not trying to be a boomer when I say it. The new generation is just fucking weird.
They just watch. I'm
blaming
I don't know if
female
they
girls.
watch anything. They just are on TikTok.
I'm gonna be honest with guys.
They are on TikTok.
Like
a lot.
in Andrew's case, this is a real big, genuine thing. But with guys, it's either literally Star Wars, a variety of anime, or your own fucking hobby that doesn't involve TV.
Yeah.
And with girls, it's just whatever the fuck Andrew said. And everything that Netflix is doing is not marketed towards like the guy storytellers. They're all off-site.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is like actually. I think
a
it's
mix
fun.
of both. That's just a good story.
Alice, you
It's
know
just
what?
fun.
Alice, I want you to pay attention to this first
Like,
season.
actually,
of
hold
Stranger
on,
Things.
hold on.
Why
Here's
are
the
you
thing.
raising your
Here's the
hands in front of
thing
fire?
Why do we keep
that
on
I
raising
just
hands in
I
this
just
podcast? Stop
I just
it.
remembered. I just remembered something. So last night I got to watch the new Jurassic World.
Oh,
Absolutely
okay.
loved it.
Forgot about that.
Why'd you-
I
you
gave
give it a
I gave it a
7
7 because I mean it's not like the greatest thing I've ever seen, but it was a fun movie. I really enjoyed watching it.
Are you about to go to critic opinions?
That is where I'm going because the critics panned that movie hard,
Fuck the
Did they?
critics.
and it's like
I haven't seen anything just yet, so
the critics are the same people.
that video will
Who
probably
gave-
be out by the time this podcast is up. That video will be out. It'll be one of the links in the description. I'll let you guys know.
Which video?
I will do Jurassic World video on my channel. So
I love Jurassic World, but that one was really good. Critics panned it so hard, but at the same, I don't remember where I was going with this.
You just hate critics.
I
you
hate
don't
critics.
like critics, so you don't like me. Damn,
Well,
feels bad.
you can have your opinion, but saying for like Rotten Tomatoes to
Rotten
to boot-
Tomatoes is such a shit
I know.
system.
Why do you care about this?
I don't
Fuck
know.
them.
No,
I
no,
have
no,
a
no.
point.
But he is right. Critics at a fucking point are just so fucking dumb.
Yeah. Oh, this is my point. What is like Jurassic World fun? It's a fun movie. It doesn't have to be great. It just has to be fun. Why? Like, I think that's this is my controversial take here. I think we need to stop going for like movies that are supposed to be like the greatest movie ever. Why don't we start making fun movies again?
Got
Why
a
are we
point.
making movies just for fun?
We don't need 7 Interstellars in a year.
So here's the
No,
thing.
we just need fun.
So here's the thing. So I met a friend. So this is an anime debate, but this goes for everything. So one of my friends, his name is Mast, and like he's a pretty big manga head. He likes manga instead of anime, and all the manga he reads on average are really good manga. And one day we're in a VC, and then he brings up like I think it might have been him or somebody else, but he agreed with the opinion like. I want a really, really good story. I'm like, okay, what qualifies this? And then he lays out his opinions. I'm like, okay, I get that. You know, I like Berserk. I like Vagabond. I like some of the stories you like. I like the darker medium. I gotta fucking catch up to Berserk because it's coming back out. But opinions aside, I'm like, okay. And then my friend Zypher comes in, and he's all like, I want to read peak fiction. I want to watch peak fiction. And then they bring up the example.
What's his idea of peak fiction?
Yeah, let me get to it.
Okay.
So he's like stuff that he enjoys. That's what the joke is with the peak fiction. It's like, oh, I think this is really good because I enjoyed it. That's the running
I also
joke.
hate
with
saying
fiction.
peak fiction. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
If
It's
I
what it
ever
is.
said that in
It's
the
a-
YouTube video, it's a joke.
It's a joke. But he's given this opinion, and they both of them. Well, Demon Slayer sucks. I'm like, whoa.
My little cousin watches
That's
that
not
shit.
far.
I know, but I'm gonna say, I'm like, why?
I don't fuck with
Well,
anime, so I
they
can't say
start
anything.
giving all these opinions, and I'm all like, okay, but why do massive amounts of Japanese audiences love it?
Is this their only media?
No, well,
That's
yeah,
not-
that too, but
But
it's beating out. It's beating out One Piece. It's beating out Naruto. It's beating out all these bigger mangas. And I'm like, okay. And then they automatically discredit it because it's all like numbers don't matter. But Caleb brings up the critics thing. It's like, oh, but here they do. And I'm all like, it's very opinionated. But the thing about Demon Slayer is, and I was never able to get my point across because there's 8 dudes arguing at one time.
Yeah.
But in a scenario like this, where I'm one of the hosts, I can say it, is that like Demon Slayer is not a 10 out of 10. I don't give a fuck. Stories don't need to be a 10 out of 10. Rating stories is just fucking dumb in general. I'll be honest. But making a fun story about a kid trying to, cure his sister, and he goes through this journey with cool animation and a pretty okay story is enjoyable. It doesn't need to be the greatest. I know that's a couple
Demon
flaws
Slayer
with it.
is great because it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Just give me a good story that doesn't have plot.
Yeah,
holes.
I don't need Guts going through a massive character arc or fucking the character in Vagabond. I'm fucking forgetting here, but like I don't need this complex multi-layered. I don't need that. I just need a fucking.
Going off of that,
just
with
need
the,
Goku who just wants to
them,
fight,
them
bro.
arguing over the popularity of Demon
Show.
Slayer
Yeah.
and stuff. So Demon Slayer is an anime that my mom watches because it's such
That is
like
that caught me out of fucking left. What?
it's an easy to watch
Anime.
fun story
It's
with
like-
interesting things happening. And so somebody as casual as my mother, who is turning 58 this
This
year,
is bizarre. What the fuck?
can
bizarre
enjoy
Your mom
Demon
watches
Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Nah, B.
My-
You're
my-
fucking with me.
My 11-year-old nephew turned
We'll watch
my 58-year-old mother to Demon Slayer. And she was excited every single week to
Is her
watch the
favorite
newest
character
episode.
fucking Inosuke? Please tell me.
No, she likes
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
But like shit like that.
I
The
am
story is
flabbergasted.
fun and enjoyable.
Yeah, if it's something that somebody from the age of, even she says kids at school watch it. So like I'd say from the age of 7.
Is that her trying to be like hip with the kids?
7 to 60 enjoy. Well, not really, because she just watches whatever.
Mom's always been cool though.
She watches whatever we watch.
I just hate like the term of trying to rank a series. It's a tribal thing with anime fans. Like I'll pull a Joe Rogan here. They want their series to be number.
But rate a series in context of other series, or rate the series within itself.
Of other series, everybody goes with other series. It's never within itself.
and this is
which I hate. By the way,
this is another
I
controversy.
always, if I'm gonna rate a series like Harry Potter, I rate it within itself.
This is my another controversial because I can't talk.
Yeah.
Here's another opinion of mine that kind of goes hand in hand with this is when people say that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the greatest Spider-Man
Oh
movie.
my God, I hate
I
that
hard disagree.
No,
Yeah.
it's,
I do not think it's the
I don't think
greatest
it's the best story,
Spider-Man
but it's a good
movie.
movie.
dude,
It's a good movie, but it's not the best Spider-Man movie.
I think the original. Okay, here's the thing. Here's a controversial opinion. I agree with that. It's not the best Spider-Man movie, but when people say Miles Morales is, and that movie in specific is the greatest, I'm like,
No, he's not even good in that movie. He's the least interesting character in his own movie.
yeah, and this is where I debate. I'm like, no, and this is the only other version of
I
Miles
want
is in
that
the comics.
noir.
In the comics, is that like Miles has to go through this journey without a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he goes through basically. Here's the thing about Spider-Man stories in general. This is a big ass generalization. Is Spider-Man stories are about how a nerd with problems goes to a superhero with superhero problems. That is what Spider-Man is in genuine and trying to do the better thing. That's what Spider-Man is, and that's what Miles does, but for a new generation of people. And he's just black. There you go. That's it. But with that movie, they like make it really weird about
Like,
it, and then there's Spider-Man involved, and it's just like you ruined the whole point of Miles.
Because they should have had they need to make a Miles solo film
Oh, yeah.
because Miles is an
Been
interesting
asking
character.
for Miles Morales since fucking Donald Glover, man.
Yeah,
Like Miles Morales is an interesting character. It's just in that movie he's the least interesting character on the screen
like
at
it's a good movie.
all
I like it,
times.
but it's just like no, I'd like to see him doing it by himself.
Peter
and doing
B.
things-
Parker so much more interesting than Miles in that movie. Even the ones that
older Spider-Man are just cool.
Even the ones that we are introduced to for like 5 seconds are so much more interesting than him.
Yeah, all older versions of Spider-Man who have gone through the shit are all cooler.
Also, Jake Johnson, amazing
Yeah.
voice choice for that.
It's great. No, it's Spider-Man stories. Here's another thing that I mentioned Spider-Man before is even within the fucking video game, things.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man's just an interesting character. He has interesting villains. Stan Lee fucking wrote. I'll fucking say it. One of
Spider-Man
the
was a
best
throwaway
fictional
characters?
characters. What?
Spider-Man was a throwaway character.
Yeah, he was. But throwaway
Didn't know
character
that.
that fucking entered Spider-Man. Here's how I'm gonna lay it out so everybody understands. Is a modern day internet god. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows he is more popular than Superman and Batman. Spider-Man is the superhero.
I'd say
thanks to
also
Tom Holland,
I'd
I
say
guess.
more beloved than
Yeah.
Superman. I don't know.
He's more
popular.
relatable
No.
as a character in general because like you could relate to
Don't
Peter.
shit on Superman though. People have been
Nah,
shitting on Superman for the past week
I'm
on
about to
Twitter.
shit on
Fuck
Superman.
you.
My bad.
Superman's cool.
He's relatable because you have the essence of Peter Parker, and it's like, oh, he's an outcast. He barely has any friends, and if he does have friends, they're not really the best of friends.
He's an asshole because he's just a person.
See,
And then Superman isn't relatable because it's like,
Here-
bro, you
You're a god.
here's my take on Superman. I don't like Superman, but I think it's because the way he got written. Like
Yeah, the recent ways he's been fucked.
early Superman was probably so much better.
Oh yeah.
But like just the way he's presented now as just like a force that you can't beat, it's just like
Or like the Lex
that's
Luger.
not fun.
Yeah.
Demons come from above type thing.
It's just
Those
Did I
movies
say
have
just-
Lex Luger? My bad. Little beat making Lex Luthor. My bad.
Yeah, it's just modern stories has kind of ruined them. But there's a point like the Bronze Age or Silver Age of comics to like the late '90s. Like Superman was a cool character, was cool, had an interesting history, and then I don't know, the internet showed up and they just started shitting on him. I'm just like, oh, that's how it fucking goes.
I
I
think it's just what
guess.
happens when you make a shit movie.
Yeah, really does.
poor Superman.
Spider-Man didn't have a bad movie.
They get really debated, but I'm gonna be honest, those movies are
Spider-Man-
pretty good.
The worst Spider-Man movie is probably only like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna be honest.
Critically, talking about Spider-Man 3 as a fan, that's
Oh,
a
you
3
think
out
it's
of 10.
Spider-Man 3? I thought we were talking about the Amazing Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 3 is a Spider-Man 3 out of 10. That's
even though he gave it a 6.
it's a 6 critically, but
Personally.
as a person who loves Venom and Spider-Man and everything,
But that's the movie that got me into
No,
Venom.
that was bad. Not direction, because Sam Raimi isn't a bad director. That was
bad Sony ideas.
that
Bad
was bad
Sony
Sony ideas.
because if they kept to the original Sam Raimi script where it was just like Spider-Man and Sandman,
And I don't understand why fucking Sony even did that. The guy made 2 fucking banger movies.
Sandman was a great villain in that movie. He
I'm
was
honest though.
Sandman was probably the only
out of all the
redeemable
villains
character
you
in
choose,
that.
though, speaking from a Spider-Man fan, why the fuck Sandman? The thing about, but the reason I'm gonna make a video on this one day, and I know I will because I'm gonna do a power scale on Venom because Venom actually gets really strong eventually through some comic stuff. But like the whole idea about Venom, aside from Wolverine calling him a bitch because that's what Logan likes to shit talk. Logan likes to shit talk, but like the name Venom, what does it mean? It's a bane. It's a poison
Yeah.
to somebody.
he's the poison to Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. It's just like this, like a really cool aspect. Like Spider-Man, unironically ruined his life, and so because of that, with the symbiote and how Peter stripped away at the time before a major change in the comics was like the symbiote wants to be a hero before it got changed into like they're trying to stop an evil symbiote god from showing up to destroying the entire universe, but like the symbiote only wanted to help people, but it was really toxic about it. It got thrown away. 2 characters that were beaten and thrown away by Peter Parker and Spider-Man eventually become one, and now they're like the complete shadow to him. And eventually, through writing and history, Venom just kind of like becomes like a overall better person.
Yeah.
And it was like Peter's an asshole and shit, but now we have become a greater person. Still have a toxic relationship though, depending on the writing, but like Venom's just like this really cool character.
Venom-
and Spider-Man 3 introduced me to that. That character sucks. That
Yeah,
Venom
he's
sucks
garbage.
dick.
Garbage.
But the character Venom is so much cooler than Sandman. And I get it. Like there's people like either one would have been good, but like Venom is like
Venom's
Eddie Brock is
like
cool.
Like it makes sense on a marketing standpoint why you'd want Venom.
Yeah.
But on what with the stories,
Sandman would
it
have worked.
just did not go well.
Yeah.
Like Sandman by himself would have been good for that story.
I think a lot of villains would have been great for Spider-Man 3. Like just the
They
whole
should have brought Mysterio in for that.
Mysterio's apparently was rumored for 4,
4,
but
yeah.
Mysterio is unironically probably my second favorite Spider-Man
is
villain.
that because of Jake Gyllenhaal or just in
Yeah,
general?
definitely,
Just
most
in-
definitely. Jake Gyllenhaal, amazing.
He's had some
performance.
crazy comic
Jake
moments.
Gyllenhaal was
He unironically
great-
made the best Wolverine story.
Jake Gyllenhaal did he kind of reintroduced me to Mysterio, but like getting more into that character after watching Far From Home just made me love Mysterio as a character. He's just like a fun, interesting character
The Marvel version of him is pretty cool.
that his power is something that like distinctly like here's the thing with Spider-Man villains is like when they're written correctly, like they're shown that their power is something that distinctly is something
It's part of their personality trait.
it's something part of their personality trait, but it's also something that distinctly Peter Parker with his abilities has to overcome. That like
That's why Venom's cool. He's just a literal shadow.
he's just
of
the
Peter.
shadow of Spider-Man, so he has to
Which is
figure out how to
weird.
fight. It's him fighting his own demons, and just I think every Spider-Man villain just has like great like concept to it. Like Spider-Man has very few villains that I'm like this villain sucks.
His rogue gallery is fire.
Yeah.
But
Same with Batman.
I think you mean DC's rogue gallery.
Batman's rogue gallery is fucking insane.
Yeah, but that's all DC has. I'm gonna be honest.
That's the only thing DC has. Like,
DC has
Batman's rogue gallery and the
it's
superheroes.
Batman's rogue gallery because Batman is a relatable piece of content because, well, he doesn't have superpowers.
And then everybody says, but why doesn't he help the city? It's his journey. It's
That's his
crusade.
way of helping the city. That's what he thinks is
He's
best.
coping. He has to become Batman for copium.
And he's also more of like a symbol of hope than anything.
Yeah. In a really weird way.
That's such a stupid argument. When people say superheroes could do something else, it's like they're doing what they think is.
Well, I like
what
J.
they
Jonah
need to do.
Jameson's approach where he goes, superheroes are like not a good thing.
Yeah. Andrew doesn't have a point because I'm going to be honest.
I like the way PS4 Spider-Man makes it.
Yeah. Is that with the Marvel Universe, half the time, if it's not like a god showing up, it's usually the hero's fault.
Technically, it's a scientist's fault.
That is also true, but it's just all like, here's an example.
Multiverse, I'm not Multiverse Madness.
Doctor Doom.
Spider-Man No Way Home. My bad. No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an example right there.
The characters just fuck up. But it's like some of the time, it's like, shit just happens, bro. It's fuck.
That's a new thought.
Like, no, like superheroes are really cool and shit, but like, the thing about, and this is the only people that will ever say that shit is the people that don't read it or don't understand it. Like, why doesn't he help the government with all that money he has? That's not the point, dipshit.
Y'all ever watched The Dark Knight? Or is it called The Dark Knight?
What?
The one where
second
Batman's old and he fights Superman. Is it called The Dark Knight?
That's the Return. The Return of the Dark Knight.
Return of Dark Knight, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
comic book. Okay.
yeah.
That right there, where it's like Superman helping the government, I thought that was such a dumbass story.
See, actually, going back on what you originally were saying, though, because that's like the entire plot of the Civil War movie, is like the people are asking superheroes to pretty much like give themselves up.
No, the government was.
Well,
Sokovia Accords is great. I think it's great.
Like
Sokovia Accords, like
a
as
great-
a
a great
There's
plot
going
point.
to be
Yeah.
an Iron Man versus Captain America situation with my brother over here.
Yeah, it's
Wrong.
Captain America was always right
Yeah.
because
he's on the like fuck that shit, right?
yeah, he said
Yeah.
Sokovia
I think
Accords are
it's
a
great
bad
as
thing.
like a plot.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's-
I
yeah,
was
that-
like,
not as
hold
like
on.
yeah, I
not
knew
as
what
like a
you
real
said, but
governmental
yeah.
entity. No. It's a cool plot thing.
Yeah.
Sokovia Accords is bullshit. Fuck you.
Like
I do what I want.
Like you definitely
Free speech.
You definitely understand where Tony's coming from, where it's like, yeah, you can see the consequences of your actions.
Because
But at
Tony
the-
has that military
but at-
background. It's like,
but
oh,
at
fuck.
the same time, like after watching all the Captain Americas, just as an example, is you see that like the problem is never the superheroes; it's the world around them doing things, and they're just doing what they believe is right.
Okay, so here's the thing. In a perfect system, I'll use Spider-Man for example. In a perfect system where there's this hypothetical maximum security prison, it has their own superheroes in the prison to handle villains.
Mm-hmm.
They're stripped of their powers, they're locked away, put them in a fucking freezer, and they're done. In a perfect scenario where a prison can actually handle them, or they just die in general, and Spider-Man isn't blamed. And Spider-Man there's stories about this. There's actual there's a universe in Marvel and I think a multiversal like canon story where like Peter actually goes through it. I think there was the 60th anniversary. He'd be like what Spider-Man as of now would be like 80 or something.
Yeah.
But like there's a story where that happens where he becomes 80 and he's like, well, good. I haven't fought. He's not fighting a new villain on a weekly or daily basis.
Yeah.
Eventually, at one point, it just calms down. And in a perfect scenario where a young Peter Parker stops everybody, at one point, the city's gonna be good and everything's fine. If that happens, that's a perfect superhero scenario. But this is comic books and storylines. Shit got to happen to get the plot moving, and it has to be fun. In a perfect real world scenario where somebody says Batman needs to give the money his government to solve the problem. No. At one point or another in a real life scenario, Batman will eventually make crime a near zero.
because people only do crime because either
of
it's
the
their scenarios.
Signal of hope, right?
Yeah, basically, or vengeance, or just fear.
Like an old Batman, old Iron Man, old whatever. An old superhero is a very interesting story to me.
Yeah, that's why Logan. Okay, with old Logan, it doesn't work because the villains actually were like, "Hey, yo, what if we swapped heroes for a week and see what happens?" And Mysterio clapped the X-Men. Oh, yeah, that's what he did. He literally just said he swapped all their faces to be evil and just drugged Wolverine, and Wolverine just went through everybody. Wow. Soloed the X-Men.
Mysterio really clapped
No,
everybody.
and then he ended. The Mysterio's like, "I killed everybody you loved. Get fucked with you as the weapon, loser." And he deuces it. And
Wow.
Yeah.
I like Mysterio even more.
Yeah,
now.
he does that. And then I forgot. Everybody got swapped around. Eventually, the Venom symbiote went to a T-Rex in that universe.
Huh.
And then Hulk fucked his cousin and babies with her. It was weird.
Who the fuck wrote this?
It's one of the best Wolverine stories, but it's just really weird.
Huh?
Yeah.
Eh.
You had me at Mysterio.
Yeah, I know, it's a
and
weird
you
movie.
began
Mysterio making motherfuckers kill each other, man. Like fucking.
But that's what they did.
Omni-Man.
In that universe, like Red Skull, like said, everybody switch your villains around, and like a majority of everybody died. It's really cool. It's a really cool, interesting plot. But in a perfect scenario, none of those guys would have ever done that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that story would never existed. It's just writing such an interesting thing because people will see that shit and be like, bro, it's not a fun story.
I think the Batman Beyond thing is really cool.
Yeah, Terry McGinnis, shit like that.
No, not Terry McGinnis. Like about Bruce Wayne, him like submitting to like a gun.
Oh yeah, where he's
That
like, I'm
first-
too old now.
that-
I had to use a gun.
That
I
first
can't be Batman no
that
more.
first episode was kind of cool. Like, wow, that's
Wait, are you barely watching that?
no.
You better.
I
not.
watched the first episode and that was it.
Oh, bum. You still watched all of it. Terry's such a good Batman.
I couldn't get into it. It's kind of a slow start.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that.
Batman Beyond's good.
I know
watched,
it's good. I know it's good because it's Batman Beyond. And it's like one of like the most prized characters.
That's what was nice.
It's the only time. Okay, it's weird. Spider-Man 2099 and Batman Beyond are the only times where a predecessor or like beats or at least is as popular as the previous one,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both in the future, which is really really weird. They're both cyberpunk, and they're just super successful. It's just really weird. Speaking of Wolverine, X-23 is the current Wolverine, and I think her costume looks cool. That's just a random factoid I'd like to mention.
Like current in the comics.
Yeah,
or-
like
oh.
Wolverine's just like Logan's like deuces losers, and X-23 is like I'm Wolverine now.
X-23 in Marvel 3.
Choose garbage. I guess this will be the final like conversational piece. I guess is that forever Spider-Man and X-Men have been Marvel's biggest things.
Mm-hmm.
So far, Spider-Man is one of their biggest things, but they have to
Yeah.
co-parent it with Sony.
Sony's
So-
being stupid about it too.
So if they do X-Men right, and I think they will, is that if they do it right, the AMC's good. Like I know people complain about it being so long, but like that's what comics are.
It's just one long comic story,
Yeah, solid.
starting with Tony Stark.
Yeah, solid. Well, technically it's Miss Marvel. Technically it's the Eternals.
Technically, it is the Eternals if you think about it, but that doesn't. They're actual. I hate the
worst
Eternals.
movie.
Why are we talking about
Yeah,
them?
the fucking worst.
Why are we
movie
talking
I've
about that
ever watched.
movie?
Because they are part of the canon timeline. We just have to mention
I don't
them.
care. I don't care. I don't
Fuck that
care.
shit.
But yeah,
Can't even watch it. No, you have to watch that movie after Infinity War.
I don't remember what happened.
this is why I like Dragon Ball. I can just meathead it and just watch Goku beat the shit out of
Dragon
people.
Ball.
That's why I love it. I love Goku just fucking doing shit.
You know what else I love? Wrap ups.
Me too.
This
Any
was an interesting episode. This was
any
just
any
random
last
shit.
last minute controversial takes?
You want controversial takes? Go subscribe to my channel. They're coming. They're on the way.
Okay.
Or they're already there.
I think you should give yours. I want to do the outro. I have a funny one.
I can't think of anything. I've said all my controversial takes.
Okay, I'll give mine. Thighs over boobs.
No.
Interesting.
Wait. Let me add to that. Ass shape over ass size. I rest my case.
Ooh. Okay, well, we're going to leave it off at like that. We're not going to elaborate any further.
Okay.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Stay
We can't
hydrated.
talk ever.
Yeah. Next episode, we'll have
Guest.
a guest.
I hope.
I hope.
I pray to God.
I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye.
Peace out.